pressing act. There was a few times where Bivol was step forward, but majority of the time Bivol was on his back foot the entire fight.
It depends on what you're looking for, bro.
I felt like Bivol was boxing well in the beginning, but like those last like 10, 11, and 12, I gave it to Arthur Beterbiev. But I'm not mad that people felt like Bivol won because the fight was that close to me. So for him to get up here and say,
I wouldn't say
he felt like Bivol won, I'm not mad at that. I'm not mad at him. I'm not even arguing. I'm not mad.
I will say, I don't think it was 8-4 for nobody. I don't think it was 8-4 for nobody. It was either 7-5 or it was a draw. It wasn't 8-4 for nobody. I didn't.
It damn sure wasn't no motherfucking majority decision from Beterbiev. I know that.
It is. I mean, if you got two judges saw the fight the same way, and one judge saw it as a draw.
Hey, them judges is human too. They can be wrong. Them judges is human too. They can be wrong.
Yeah, and you could be wrong as well. And you could be wrong as well.
I'm never wrong. What are you talking about? Be free.
Exactly.
I'm never wrong.
That's what I thought. Exactly. That's what I thought.
Exactly. I had Beterbiev by knockout too, so he let me down as well.
Yeah, I had Arthur by knockout, but
I had to double back and catch the decision. So I'm.
But I also had a winner. I had one parlay for him as a knockout and one parlay for him to win, just a straight money line.
Yeah.
So I mean, I would have loved for the knockout to come because I would have won more money. But if I would have picked the decision and a majority decision, I would have won a lot of money.
Hey, this Bivol love is kind of crazy because last time I checked, people get shitted on for losing them championship rounds. So Bivol lost 9 through 12 guaranteed.
Yeah, he didn't even fight. He didn't even fight the 11th round at all. He didn't fight at all the 11th round.
He was in survival mode in the 11th round.
Yeah,
that's what I'm saying. That's why I think, truth be told, I think Arthur can move on. Now, if y'all want to rematch, I mean, it is what it is. Arthur, I know he'd take a payday. But
I said I wouldn't mind a rematch. I don't need a rematch. So I'm not dying for it. But it was a good damn fight. It was a hell of a fight. And if they do rematch, hold up, Free. If they do rematch, then cool. If Arthur move on like you said, then I'm cool with that too.
What I say is, if any fight deserves a rematch, is this one. If any fight deserves a rematch, is this one. Not only because it was a close fight, but because it was a good fight. It was a good fight. So all of these fights that we say, hey, they need to run it back. There's not always good fights. We just say they just need to run it back. But this was actually a good fight.
Hold on, Free.
That was a real good
fight.
Free.
You don't need to run that Frazier Clark fight back. You don't need to run that back. They don't need to run that co-main event back. They don't need to run that.
No, not the co-main, not the co-main.
The first one had to be ran back.
I'm talking about the main event. I'm talking about the main event. I ain't worried about the co-main. I'm talking about the main event.
Damn good fight.
Man, that first
man, he hurt that. He hit that nigga so hard. Did y'all see that?
Yeah,
I saw your boy. I saw your boy Ben Whitaker look like a straight punk. I saw your boy Ben Whitaker look like a straight punk and punked out of that daggone
fight. No, I don't know what happened in that. That shit was weird as fuck. Why did they even go over the ropes?
Propaganda.
Why did they even go over the ropes? What was that about?
That man was getting his ass whooped.
Tackled him. And hurt his
he was getting his ass whooped.
Hey, look.
That remind me of that guy. What was that guy name back in the day? That Puerto Rican dude that jumped out of the ring? Kermit Cintron. Remember that back in the day? Kermit Cintron kind of like jumped out of the ring. That's what
I'm gonna tell you what that remind me of.
No,
that remind me of Montana.
Hey, who was that cat from England, D-Free? Who was that cat? That cat showed up. Whoever that dude was, he showed the fuck up.
The guy that was beating up on
I'm talking about
Whitaker.
the dude that fought Ben Whitaker.
Oh
yeah, that guy. Yeah,
I can't think of his name.
He showed up.
Liam Cameron.
He showed up. He showed up.
That joint reminds
me. He was putting hands on Ben Whitaker, bro.
And he was putting hands and feet on Ben Whitaker.
That's what it reminded me of. It reminded me of Montana Love when Montana Love was getting his ass whooped.
Yeah.
When he was getting his ass whooped and he pushed that dude over the rope. That's what it reminded me of.
Yeah, that was crazy.
Yeah, they look for a way out. You're right.
and he didn't want to fight no more. That dude was gonna get in there. He was gonna beat him up and stop him. That
That shit
was a
was
10-round
ugly though.
fight. That was a
Hey man, we
10-round
had high
fight.
hopes. I had high hopes for Ben Whitaker.
I
I know
didn't.
BVO did.
I
No,
did.
I did
I
too.
told
I
y'all.
did too. I had high hopes
told
for him.
y'all what.
He ain't fought
you what it
nobody,
was.
bro. I was like, man, this dude is a YouTube guy. He ain't gonna win. As soon as he steps it up, he gonna get beat up. That's what
I've been
happened.
saying it since I seen Ben Whitaker. I said he looks good because he's fighting against nobody.
Fighting with a BVO. Where's BVO at?
Let's
So
see what he
he
look
ain't do
like
one
when
of
he
his little
fights somebody that actually
sayings.
has skills. Let's see what he look like then.
Hey,
BVO,
But
BVO
hey,
we
wasn't
didn't know he was gonna
hey
beat up
man,
Ben
let me
Whitaker
ask
in the
y'all
neck,
this, man.
though.
Can
Amazon
somebody call
drivers.
England, man? Can somebody call England and tell Conor Ben to calm the fuck down, bro?
Yeah,
Calm the fuck down.
he
Hold
having
up,
roid rage, bro.
Dog, I didn't even know that was Conor Ben until I looked at his face like 3 times. Dog, I thought that was the Fonz from Happy Days. I thought that was the Fonz from Happy Days. I was like, dog, when did he grow his hair? I'm like, dog, I'm used to seeing
Well,
him
his
with a
hair's
low.
always been like that. You know, his mother is Spanish. His mother from Spain.
No, I'm saying I'm used to seeing Conor Ben with no hair. I'm like, when did he
Yeah,
grow
or
his hair?
braids. Or braids. Remember, he had the braids yesterday. He took the braids out.
Yeah, he did have braids.
What y'all think about that Conor Ben Chris Eubank matchup? Who y'all think will win?
I think Chris Eubank
I
gonna
think
beat the
Chris
shit out of
Eubank
Conor
gonna
Ben.
beat him.
I think he's gonna beat the shit out of Conor Ben.
Chris
I really
Eubank,
think
he been looking pretty good the last couple fights.
Conor Ben, ever since Conor Ben has been taking off those eggs, he don't have no power.
Yeah, nope.
Yeah, he not cracking. No, he not.
Ever since they took him off the eggs, that man ain't got no power.
He's still pretty tough though.
Yeah,
I
he's tough,
mean,
but his
I don't
special
even think
eggs.
it's just the
Without
eggs.
his
We also got to
special
take this into
eggs, he ain't
consideration
all
too,
that.
man.
yeah.
He just went up in weight too. So he ain't
Yeah,
able
I
to
mean,
dudes that are sturdy. He went up to 154.
yeah,
And
he
he's talking
did.
about fight Chris Eubank. He go up to 160. If the power didn't really carry like that with him to 54, I don't see it being a factor at 60 either.
Nah.
Yeah, no, I mean, it's not. It might not be a factor for him. But what I did see is he didn't have no power going to 54. So I don't think he's gonna have no power going to 60.
I don't think Eubanks looked all that to me impressive today.
He didn't. He looked like he was weight drained. He looked like he needed to be at 68.
Yeah, for real. He looked like a little. I don't know. I couldn't explain the word.
He looked like he needed to be at 68, bro. He kept
He
falling down and getting pushed down.
You see that, bro? That was weird, right?
No, let's be honest.
I'm not really. I don't understand where. I mean, but as far as that fight go, I mean, I don't know. I don't want to see that fight.
Let's be honest.
I don't even care about that fight.
Let's be honest. Chris Eubanks cannot be at 68 because he will lose every single fight at 68.
Well, he might be one of them guys like Jared Hurd that's stuck in between. That can't. He's too big for 68, but he's too small for 68, but he's too big for 60.
D-Free.
You saw that today, Free. Making that 60 is killing him. Making 160 is killing his ass.
Nah, he can't beat the champions at 160 either.
No, he's trained.
I don't think he can.
Laura will knock him out, bro. Laura is the number one middleweight. Nobody. He'll beat Jenna Beck up. He is 60. Nobody can beat Laura at 60. So
let me tell you something, man. The fight at 60 is Jenna Beck. Laura. Jenna Beck looked good in his last fight. He beat the shit out of that.
Jenna Beck and Laura is the fight that I want to see. That's what you just said.
That's across the street. They making Janet Beck versus Hamza Shiraz. Who y'all like in that fight?
I like Jenna Beck. If Jenna Beck beats everybody except for Azari Larda, Laura is the number one middleweight in the world. He dominate.
I think Jenna Beck cleans up the division, bro.
I think Jenna Beck gets washed by Laura. You seen Laura lately?
No concern over him.
I've been watching.
That one time.
I've been watching Laura last 4 or 5 fights. Man, he has been on a tear, dog.
What he did to Danny Garcia did not impress me, bro. That shit was
Danny Garcia.
Terrible. That shit was terrible.
He been dominating at middleweight for a long time on the low.
That's what I want to tell y'all. Did y'all niggas hear who is that finna fight Cornflake? Somebody finna fight Cornflake, bro.
Jamal Charlo.
Oh, Jamal. Maul. Nigga, you fighting Cornflake, nigga?
Yeah, he about to fight Cornflake, and then I think they're gonna make the Boo Boo fight after that.
Come on, man.
Cornflake going to.
I mean,
Ben Whitaker looks like Roy Jones, man.
They're not gonna put him in there no real tough competition because he's been out the ring.
But you gotta do better than Cornflake, though.
I mean, maybe they don't have nobody else. Maybe they don't have nobody.
You gotta do better than Cornflake.
Maybe they don't
Yeah,
have
you
nobody
also
else.
can't get them beat either, though.
Hey, B3, let me ask you a quick question, man.
What?
Hey, B3, let me ask you a quick question, man.
What up, bro?
Man, why is all the Tank fans still talking about Devin, man? What's going on? I was watching the whole thing where they was talking about, Tank can fight Lamont Roach because Devin fought Regis Prograis. How is that the same thing?
Yeah, it's another.
Why is
It's a champion
motherfuckers
and a
even talking
champion.
about that?
The only thing I would
Look,
say is this: is that Lamont Roach, he is a champion. He's a decorated amateur, so that's why the Tank. It's a good fight for Tank, but it's not the same because Devin moved up and took a belt from a champion, and Regis, Lamont is moving up to challenge himself versus Tank is just defending his belt. So, you know what it is. They just, they're gonna hate on the young champ.
do you know why Tank is fighting Lamont Roach? I'm gonna tell you exactly why Tank is fighting Lamont Roach. Wow. Tank is fighting Lamont Roach because Lamont Roach answered the fucking phone. That's why he's fighting.
Thank you, Mr. Shelton. Thank you very much.
He answered the fucking phone.
I'm sick of all this. I'm sick of all this Dev and Tank stuff.
Who else got a phone call?
Talking about the nonsense to begin with.
We didn't get no
Look,
phone
okay,
call.
let me run it down to you. Since you asked that question, let me run it down to you. Loma Sunday said, I ain't fighting you this year. If I fight you, it'll be next year. Shakur's hurt. De Los Santos is hurt. Zepeda said, nah, I ain't ready. I'm going to go ahead and fight Tevin Farmer. Pitbull just got his ass whooped at 140. El Rayo said, I'll fight you, but I'll fight you next year. And if you want to fight me, you got to come up here because I'm a champion at 40 and I'm not coming down to 35. So what the fuck else was he supposed to do? You tell me.
All right, you didn't mention a couple of people. Schofield Jr.
Who?
Schofield Jr. is number 2. Hello, Schofield
Who
Jr.
is it? Nobody, he don't want to fight that dude. Nobody wants to see him fight Schofield. You can't even sell that fight.
Fight Roach though. Nobody wants to see him fight Roach either though.
They'd rather see Roach than Schofield, and I'm gonna tell you why.
Negative.
Because Roach is from DC. That's why.
Nobody don't
they
want
fighting
to
in Houston.
But didn't they just say hold on, time out. Didn't they just say, oh, Shakur, you've been sparring with this dude, so you and try to discredit Shakur for his Jamel Herring win, but then they're gonna fight somebody that they got all familiarity with. You know what I'm saying? That's kind of hypocritical.
They fight somebody that Jamel Herring beat. Jamel Herring beat him.
Come on now.
Jamel Herring beat him.
Hypocritical, bro. What are you talking about?
But that don't have nothing to do with Tank. Look, just because Jamel Herring beat him, that don't mean Tank gonna beat him.
Man, I like Lamont Roach, but I don't think nobody beating Tank right now 135.
Hey, look, and that's the whole point. If you knew who was gonna win, they wouldn't have to fight. That's why they fight.
Yeah, but they fighting him because he right up their alley though. He
answered the fucking phone. Nobody else did. He's the only motherfucker that answered the call. Nobody else did.
And that's what it is.
So let me ask you this. Hold on, let me ask you this, show, because now I gotta do something I using like that. I gotta take out the big stuff. Come on. Tank has fought the same style of fighter like 15, 20 times. When is he gonna fight a different style? Like he looks.
Let me ask you this, BBO. Let me ask you this, BBO. Hold on, BBO. Let me ask you this. Let me ask you this. To answer your question, what did Tank tell you a year and a half ago in that interview?
That he had 7 fights?
He told you, I don't give a fuck who it is. I don't care about belts, titles, legacy, none of that. Give me a name. If the money's right, I'm going to fight that dude. I don't care who it is. He told you that. But so when he's doing exactly what he told you, why are you upset? He told you he don't care. He never asked for those fights. He don't care about those fights. He told you that.
But listen, this is the thing I'm saying, Grandpa. He said, I want to be undisputed now. Tank said he want to be undisputed for his legacy. But Devin was there. Young Dev was there. Why
you keep bringing this nonsense up, bro?
Get on it. I'm going to shut up. Get on him, Crush. Get on him.
Hold on, Crush. You hear what I just said?
No, bro, come on.
Crush, you hear what I just said?
Nah, bro. Hello.
Crush, I'll cook you on this, man. I'll do this
You
more
couldn't
than you.
even,
I'll
you
cook
couldn't
you
even
on
get
this.
it out when you said Devin Haney. Crush went off.
I think Crush went away, but let me fix this so I can see everybody's face. I'll just say this, man. You can't sit here and tell me that Devin Haney is this and that. Boy, he was undisputed. He was calling Tank's name out every chance he got, and we didn't hear nothing from Tank. So I don't understand, man. Like the Tank lover boys, I don't get it, man. Y'all kind of ridiculous with this, man.
I don't
They,
love Tank. I don't love Tank. I love Legacy. I don't love Tank. I think Tank is doing the boxing game a disservice by not fighting the best. But I can't be mad at Tank because Tank told me that's who he was a year and a half ago. He told me to my face. He told me. So I can't get mad at the motherfucker for being who he is.
Hey, let me ask y'all this. Let me ask you this, BBO. Is a 3-loss Lomachenko, would that be Tank's biggest win?
Of
Yes.
course, yeah. Tank ain't never
Yes.
fought nobody.
Yes.
Tank ain't fought nobody, man. We being honest, he ain't fought
You tell
nobody.
me, whoever
Well,
asked that
I
question,
like the
you
Leah
tell
Santa
me
Cruz win
who has
and
he
the
fought
Pedraza
better
win.
than
Those were good
Lomachenko?
wins.
But they
Who
tell
has
me,
he fought that's better than
but when
Lomachenko?
they bring up Devin, they say you got to be the same age and same size to be, considered. So Loma's old as hell, and he's washed up. He's already got beat 3 times. So if you asking
But
me, it would have Tank's best win would have to be, of course, either Ryan or Barrios. You know what I'm saying? So
that
I mean,
Barrios win
Loma,
did
because
age well. That Barrios win did age well. It aged real
That's his
good.
best win right now is the Mario Barrios win because he been pretty nice at 147. The thing about Barrios, he's not great. He's just very good though. He's
I'm gonna
very
be
good.
honest with y'all. I'm gonna keep it a stack. Lamont Roach would be Tank's best win.
Nah,
I
negative.
don't
I
know,
mean,
man. He
off
only
of
person
off
Lamont
of
No,
Roach
skill
beat was
from
Hector
what we
no,
know.
Garcia, man.
Okay,
no.
Hold on,
okay.
Because you wait,
time out. Let me explain
wait,
though.
wait.
From
Go
what
ahead,
we
go ahead.
know about Lamont Roach and his pedigree, and the fact that he only got 1 loss, and that's to a champion. You can't discredit him because he was in a close fight, maybe even a split decision with a champion on as a B side, and then to come back to beat a champion for his belt. You got to put respect on Lamont Roach. So Frank Martin never been a champion. Ryan Garcia never been a champion. We already know Barrios was he fought Bakhtiar, he fought for a vacant. So okay, but so Rolly, I mean he got them gift titles from
You
them
forgetting
PBC
one
cards.
guy though. You forgetting about Hector. Hector was an undefeated champion. Was he not?
Hector was an undefeated champion. Yeah, Hector was an undefeated champion.
from
But the only
130.
reason I put Lamont over him because of his
BVO,
pedigree.
why do you hate Tank
Hold
so
on.
much?
Hector came from 130 to fight
Why
Tank.
you hate Tank so much,
I
BVO?
don't hate Tank. I love Tank. Tank's, and let
You
me
just
speak
be
this.
grinding him up about his
Hold on.
resume.
Let me say that you got me being disrespectful. I love Abdul Wahid. I think he's a good fighter.
That nigga
I
said
just
I
want to
do
see him
why.
fight somebody.
Hey, but this is a
Ain't
little
nobody trying to
premature.
hear that bull
This,
crap, man.
this a little premature, but with Lamont Roach, we do got to see how the fight play out because right now, I mean, we
He
don't
gonna
we
probably
don't
stop him.
credit the Pitbull fight. We know Tank was injured. The Barrios fight, he got to 11, and we feel like he probably gave Tank the toughest fight out of
He did.
all the guys the last 4 or 5 years. So
He
with that
did.
being said, if Lamont Roach, he's talking like he's gonna win the fight, and I just like that confidence. I think he's gonna give us a good fight. What y'all think? How many rounds or how y'all think the fight gonna play out?
I'm gonna go
Let me
first.
ask
I'm
you
gonna
this
go first. Let me go
before that
first,
goes.
yo.
Let
Let me
me
go
ask you
first,
this.
yo.
Let me
I'm gonna
ask you
let you
this.
cook.
What the fuck
Oh,
is
let
Lamont
me go.
Roach
Let me say
supposed
this
to
before
say?
you go, Sugar. I know where you
What's he
about to
supposed
go.
to say?
I know what you about to say. Let me say this before you go. When it comes to Lamont Roach, I don't know if any of you brothers ever been to church, man. It's a story of David and Goliath, man. And I'm telling you, Lamont Roach is gonna bring us Tank's head, bro. It's that simple. He's gonna bring his head to us, man.
The brother in the
Oh
chat
my
said 1, 2, 3, 4, 6, 7, 8 of the rounds he gave Dimitri Bivol.
Teach, man, you
That's
smoked
6
out, man.
rounds.
We
I'm
won.
not
That's 6
mad at that.
rounds.
I'm not mad at that. Like I said, some of them are swing rounds. So
We won
like
8-4, man.
Hey,
We won 8-4.
let me talk to my man right quick. My man asked the question before BVO jumped in.
Go
I
ahead.
want to know what the fuck is Lamont Roach supposed to say?
Yeah, he ain't supposed to say
And
I'm
he's
going
supposed
with
to say,
somebody
I'm going to
that
win the
beat me.
fight? That's what he's supposed to say, right?
He ain't supposed to say
He's
I'm
supposed to go in
going
there
to
and say, oh, well, I don't know, man. Tank is the dog. He might knock me out. That's what he's supposed to say?
But
Yeah.
here's my thing. This is what I want to talk about. Because I'm sick of tired you fans talk about somebody ain't fought nobody. I'm tired of that. That crap is burnt out. So who the hell do you consider somebody? Because let me tell you something right now before you even get to run your mouth. Whoever you thought fought somebody ain't fought nobody either. Then come to think about it, you say the boy ain't fought nobody, then somebody, you think somebody fought some of them same nobody. So what are you talking about? What are you talking about? You acting like everybody else fought somebody great. None of these motherfuckers fought nobody great, bro. So to be honest with you, they all on the same plane. Just because they ain't get in there with who you want them to get in there and ring with, ain't fought no damn body. Ain't none of them no damn body.
That's cap, bro. That is
They
cap,
ain't
man.
cat.
That is
I'm
cap. You
putting
get
the
on,
cap
man.
on
Hold
the
on, hold
cap
on.
you've
You
been
get on here
saying, bro.
capping,
Let
man.
me finish. Because
Go
you
ahead.
got up there and you repeat the same old nonsense talking about Tank and fought nobody. If Tank and fought nobody, Devin ain't fought no damn body. But didn't Devin fight a couple of nobodies at the Tank fought a couple of nobodies? So Ryan ain't no. So that means Devin got his ass whipped by nobody Ryan. Forget all that nonsense. You acting like everybody else fought a great in the damn star and they ain't fought no damn body. But last time I'm checking, the man that beat his goddamn Tank. That ain't the
No, it's
man to
not.
beat. No ain't the man to beat. Shakur ain't the man to beat. So the man to beat is the dude you say ain't fought nobody. But I keep on telling you, it's a two-way street. If he ain't fought nobody, they ain't fought him either. They ain't fought no goddamn body because he's the man to beat. So forget everybody else that he fought because none of them was the man to beat. Let's just be honest here.
Hey BBO, hey Crush, can I second that? Can I second that real quick, Crush BBO? I do have to disagree with the brother Crush. You know, the world seen that a drug cheat had to purposely miss weight to get over on Devin, and
I
we
keep
seen
saying the
Tank,
drug
and we
cheat. He
seen and
didn't
hold on,
cheat,
hold on,
bro.
hold on, hold on. Let me finish, Crush.
No,
We let you
bro.
finish.
You
Come on, he
We
ain't
think
let you
interrupt you,
interrupted
finish.
me for
Crush.
that?
We let you
Interrupted me
finish,
for that,
Crush.
bro? Come on, y'all
We
gonna keep
let you
on using
finish,
this
Crush. Hold on,
nonsense.
hold on.
That Oscarina had nothing to do with that, bro. Y'all need to stop
This
that.
boy
Dad
done
should have kept his
cheated. You don't
fucking
know
head
how
off the
long
line.
he was cycling on no Oscarine. He got caught. He a drug cheat and he's a
What,
racist
bro?
punk. He a
He didn't
racist
get
punk.
suspended for cheating, did he? What
Yeah,
did he get
he a racist.
suspended
He a
for?
racist punk. Well,
I know he racist,
Why
but
you
what did he
defending
get
the
when you got the
racist,
suspended
Crush?
complexion
for?
for the
Crush, why are you
protection,
defending the racist?
I'm not
when you got the
defending him, bro.
complexion for the protection,
What did he
they'll
get
find
suspended for?
a little workarounds for you.
He didn't get suspended
When you
for
got the
cheating.
complexion for the protection,
I
they'll
don't
find
like Ryan
workarounds for you
Garcia,
to try to
but he
save
still whooped
face.
Devin Haney ass. You
That's
talking about he
bozo
wanted to
shit.
sue for battery?
That's
What are you
bozo
talking
shit.
about?
That's bozo
Yeah,
shit.
you
Let me
know
tell you
what's
who.
funny,
Now
man.
hold on, BBO. Let me tell
Go
him who
ahead.
the man to
How
beat is.
you
Cause
gonna bring up a dude being fought for the sport of
the
boxing,
man to
bro?
beat,
And y'all keep
the
on talking
man to
about some
beat.
damn pads they had nothing to
Nah,
do
nah,
with them.
nah, nah,
They
nah.
can't
The
even
man to
prove that they
beat
fought
is the one you
then.
was ducking at 135. The man to beat is the man that had all the titles. The man
Ain't the
that
man to
beat
beat.
the.
Ain't the man to beat. Titles don't mean that shit all the time. I keep on telling y'all that. It don't mean nothing.
You see
Titles
what I'm
don't mean
saying? The
nothing all the
man.
time. It don't. Y'all stuck on the damn title. It's
I
plenty of
felt
titles that
like I
mean
don't know
more.
how
So
long.
at the
I
end of the
feel like
day,
B3. I
we
don't know
all
how long
seen.
that he Ryan was cycling that stuff in his system. He's a
Oh,
cheater to me.
hold on,
Y'all
Pride.
don't.
Why are
Y'all
y'all
Nah,
still.
defending the
don't try to
racist?
protect this guy.
Why are y'all
I'm not
defending the
defending
racist,
Ryan.
I'm
I
bro?
not
said he's a
protecting
cheater.
him, bro. I'm going off with the
He's a
I
goddamn
said
drug
I
cheat.
don't
But
know
all
how
I'm
long.
saying is
Hold
this,
on, BBO.
Pride.
I said I
I
don't
can't
know
even get
how
it out.
long that guy with Ryan was cycling that stuff in his system. He's a cheater to me, and he cheated to win to
But it's
me.
not
That's
only
it.
that,
No.
Prize. Tank celebrated. Tank was
How did he
happy that it
get to
happened.
win?
Tank was
I
happy
don't
because
even
he
care
wanted
about none
Devin
of
off
that.
the
I don't even
board.
care about none of that. All I care
No,
about is
no,
I
no.
feel
You
like
missing
Devin
the
was
He
point.
didn't
cheating.
cheat.
You
He
missing the
didn't get
point.
suspended for
You missing
cheating,
the
did he?
point. They don't want
What
to
did he get
do it.
suspended
They
for,
didn't want to
bro?
do it.
What did he get
They wanted
suspended
Devin
for?
off the board, so that's why they don't care that Ryan cheated.
Right.
They
But
want
did
Facts.
he?
Devin off the
How did
board,
he
so they don't
cheat?
care that Ryan cheated. They don't
How
have to
did
fight
he
him now. That's
cheat?
why Tank offered to take him out for dinner and whatnot.
What?
He was
How
like, "Oh
did he
yeah, oh
cheat?
Ryan, we can hang out. You can
Fucking
have my
proof.
number now."
Y'all keep saying he
That was
fucking
real
cheating.
stall.
Fucking proof.
That
Had
was
no
real
people
He
stall.
fucking
tested
boxing.
positive. He
What y'all
tested
talking
positive for
about?
a drug
Listen, bro.
test.
Hold
And he
on, one second.
purposely
Hold on, one
missed
second.
weight.
Hold on, one
He
And he
second.
failed a
purposely
drug
missed
Hold
weight
on, y'all.
talking
test.
Hold
about,
on, y'all.
"Oh,
Hold on.
I came to win."
Without
He
no damn
purposely
clothes,
missed
then what
weight
the fuck
talking
y'all
about,
gonna
"Oh, I
see?
came to win."
Hold on, y'all. Hold on, y'all. Hold on, y'all. I had to meet y'all for 1 second. We gotta talk one at a time.
Protect the black man.
We
He
gotta talk one at a time.
One at a time. Period.
One at a time.
He shouldn't have fought no dumbass fight. I'm not trying to hear that shit. He called that man a C-class fighter, all this shit. Y'all know more than fucking goddamn scientists and all that. Get the hell up on out of here. If he would have fought his fight plan, he wouldn't have lost the fucking fight. Pads or not.
Yeah, he fought a drug cheat. A 19-time amateur champion that was doing drugs that cheated to win. You don't know what legal substances he mixed in with the Ostarine, with the IVs he was using, with the purposely missing weight. But Tank is the one that celebrated because he felt like he was gotten Devin off the board. He don't want that smoke. He don't want that smoke with Devin. They don't want to do it. They don't want to do it.
Y'all act like a bunch of girls about it.
They don't want to do it.
Fucking weight cut.
They don't want to do it. It is what it is. They don't want to do it, bro. I mean, what are you mad for? You know what I'm saying? They rather fight somebody on Taco Tuesday. They rather fight some. You know what I'm saying? They rather
stop. Y'all keep talking, huh? You keep talking, man, and you shut the fuck up, huh?
Cállate la boca. Shut your mouth. Cállate la boca. Cállate la boca.
God damn, Penny Party's got their ass whipped used the fuck
He's still going on.
So goddamn excuse, man. Cause y'all bunch of here with this damn shit. Come on, man.
Man, y'all been, hey man, come on, man. You ain't the regular champ, man. Come on, man, tighten up.
Come on, man. Call for somebody to have fucking some neck in his fucking raps.
Hey, man.
Yeah, you worried about some weight cutting agency shit. The bullshit and he kept his head. He should have kept his head off the fucking line.
Yeah, I know you want. I know the black man got to be perfect. The black man can't get hit with no punches. Black man gotta go 12-0. Black man gotta.
Hold on, y'all. We gotta cool down the cussing, man. Now I'll let it go a little bit, but we can't cuss every other word. We don't do that over here. But y'all go ahead.
Why the black man can't get hit with a punch?
Too much too.
Why the black man can't get hit with a punch without it being steroids? And get discredited.
Did you see any proof?
People try to hold on. And they acting like they don't want the champ. They acting like they hiding from the champ. They didn't put this steroid freak out there.
Different. I'm done with y'all. Y'all act like girls. The boys
after the 12-0 Regis, they was calling out Tank crazy, offering them all kind of buku money, and then all of a sudden this steroid freak had to get in the ring. Instead of y'all fighting the real champ.
You know what it is? At the end of the day, let me say this real quick, B3. At the end of the day, this is what happened. You can say what you want about Tank. You can say what you want about Tank. We can say what we want about Devin. The fact is this. Devin tried to fight Shakur. The Puerto Rican, we sent him a contract. He said, no, I want to keep working at the bodega. So he stayed there. We said, Tank, we want to fight you. Hold on.
I can't let you get away with that.
Oh, let me finish.
No. Let me finish.
Let me finish. You my brother, I love you.
Spin us around the block, BB.
Hold on. I love you. You my brother. Hold on.
Around the block, BB.
Hold on. Aunt, you my brother. Don't do that to me. I'm your brother. Don't do that. So this is what I'm trying to tell you.
But here's the thing, though. As your brother, I can't let you take.
Hold on. I gotta finish this. So we said, hey, we want to fight Shakur. We went to the bodega. We asked you want to fight. He said, no, I don't want to fight. I'm going to WBC. I want more money. So he left. He grabbed his broom, went back to the bodega. We told Tank we wanted to fight him for years. Tank never wanted to fight us. Tank never wanted to come see us. It is what it is. We like Tank. Tank is a tomato can killer. He that dude that you go see beat up bums, Amazon drivers, the guard. There ain't no gardening service in Baltimore now because of Tank. That's just what it is. You can't find a gardener in you can't find no landscaping, no irrigation, nothing because of Tank. He didn't went to all the irrigation. Hey, I want you. I want you. Hold on. Hey, I'm landing the plane. And I'm landing the plane because you're my brother. I love you. I'm landing the plane. And this is what it comes down to. When this has been the weakest era of boxing, I want to thank Tank Davis and I want to thank Canelo Alvarez for ruining the last 4 years of boxing with their unwillingness to try to dare to be great. It's not just Tank, so I'm not gonna put it just on Tank. I'm sorry. Let me be respectful. Abdul Wahid. It's not just on Abdul Wahid. It's on Canelo as well. We got to see Canelo fight Benavidez. So at the end of the day, the two kings of boxing have been weak, and they have not wanted to take on chances. They have not wanted to try themselves and take chances. I'll get a floor to my man Ant. Go ahead.
Sir, did this man not go to 2 sanctioning bodies in an effort to make that fight happen?
Who?
Shakur Stevenson. Did they not give this dude a deadline to make a decision between either fighting Shakur Stevenson or trying to negotiate with Shakur Stevenson or go on the Regis Prograis? And then not only that, but they also extended the deadline and gave him more time. He chose to go fight Regis Prograis, which I'm not upset with. I'm not going to call the man a duck because, you know, people were making fun of him at the weigh-in, saying the man looked like Thriller, Skeletor, all that stuff. So I felt like he made a wise decision to move up to 140 because he had been campaigning at 135 since he was a teenager. I'm not mad at him for doing that. But, like, let's not make it seem like Shakur just turned down the fight. It didn't play out that way. That's not how it went. In negotiations, you don't just say yes to everything. It's like, nah, I'm trying to negotiate here. Then there was some bogus hypothetical number out there talking about $32 million. Ain't no way in hell $30 million was being offered up for that fight. And he was supposed to get 25% of that.
What are you talking about, Devin and Shakur?
Which would have been $8 million. Yeah.
Okay. Yeah, I heard. Well, you know, Shakur didn't take that offer, but I felt like that when they offered Shakur.
That's my thing. He petitioned.
When they offered that Shakur and I felt like that was too big. Even though he said, "I'll fight you for undisputed. This is here's a contract or whatever they sent, whatever bill and them sent over to Shakur." But I felt like Dev wasn't going to fight anymore at 35 at that point. Anyway,
that's cap. That's cap. We went to the bodega and told the Puerto Rican, fight us. The Puerto Rican said he wanted more money. We said no. We don't. We give you what you get. He said no. I'm going to the section body, make them do their job. So let's not stop with the covering up for people, man. And you know, Prize, he do this all the time.
Who am I covering up for?
I just feel like I put like this. If
BVO,
Tank wants to be great, let's put it like this.
There is saying no, and there's trying to find an alternate route. And once again, I'm not even mad at Devin Haney for going up to 140 and fighting Regis Prograis because, like I stated before, he had been at 135 for a little minute since he was a teenager. So I could only imagine that the weight cut was growing. So I'm not mad at him for moving up. But what I'm saying to you is this. Shakur Stevenson didn't say no to the fight. He didn't like the terms, and he took another avenue to find terms that he felt to be fair. And Devin Haney and company, they had.
But did he get an offer or not?
He's not going to answer that question.
That doesn't matter.
That does matter. If he got an offer and he declined the offer, he ducked the fight.
He didn't decline the
So
fight.
he didn't get an offer then.
He didn't decline the fight.
Then why didn't they fight then?
They didn't fight because they chose to go ahead and fight Regis Prograis. After
but didn't the contract
and bodies involved to do their job. You don't just say yes to whatever.
Ryan did.
That's just unreasonable.
Ryan did. Floyd.
But not only that, BBO.
Devin said yes to everything.
Say this real quick.
When he signed that top rank contract, Devin said yes to everything.
Let me say this: Floyd took a flat fee to fight the greatest little fighter in the world, Oscar De La Hoya. He took a flat fee. Oscar picked the ring, the gloves. Who came out first? I'm surprised he didn't pick Floyd's walkout song. So don't sit
That's
here
a completely different situation because of this. Yes, it is. And I'll tell you why.
Go ahead.
Devin Haney is a fantastic fighter, youngest, undisputed. To do it, this dude is a 2 division champion, fantastic, phenomenal, all that. But he doesn't have the cachet to where beating him would have turned Shakur Stevenson into some overnight sensation. Oscar De La Hoya was the pay-per-view king.
We see what happened with Ryan. Ryan went on world tours. We seen him in all African countries, hanging out with the ministers.
Ryan
was already pretty famous.
Ryan was already popular.
Ryan.
I ain't gonna give you that. Shakur Stevenson is a silver medalist. He had the highest ratings on ESPN. He could have had a world tour if he would have went undisputed. Let's cut
Yeah,
let's cut this
I
shit.
agree. I agree with
Let's
that.
cut this shit, man.
Well,
Of course,
nobody
Stevenson is one
knows
of
who
them dudes.
I
nobody
agree
knows
with
They
this.
that.
didn't want. They didn't want. They got the offer. They didn't like the money because it wasn't going to split how they needed it to split, and they didn't want to
They
do
didn't
it.
want. That's how it seemed to me.
Come on,
Basically, what it is,
That's
and
not
I
how
think
it
the
is
thing
though,
that you
because
see,
man. That
because
nigga,
I
this
mean,
shit
I
that
could
turned
be
nigga
into
wrong.
spent.
an
Hey, Ed,
extension
He
and
listen,
spent.
I
bodies.
could be
He spent
wrong, but
offering
B3, I'm
25%.
with you. I
B3,
feel like
B3,
they put out the offer. He didn't like the money. He didn't want to do it. So I mean, I'm not gonna call him a duck for that. I mean, I just felt like the fight didn't happen. So
Well,
you can't say
let me
that
say this
Devin
real quick.
didn't. You can't say
Let me
Devin
say this real
didn't
quick,
reach
Price. I
out.
think we keep interrupting Ant, and I want to make sure Ant get his full say. And this, and I'm gonna move out the way. Go ahead and finish what you're saying, because
Yeah, go
no
ahead.
one's going to interrupt you from now on, because I want to hear what you got to say.
What I'm saying is, had he just walked away from the table and just said no, then I would be like, yeah, he ain't really want to fight like that. But he went to the sanctioning bodies, forced them to step in and do their job, not one but two, the WBC and WBO. They gave Devin Haney a deadline to either negotiate with Shakur Stevenson or they were going to go to purse bid. Devin Haney declined to do that. And I'm not even saying that Devin Haney avoided the fight because, like I said, he had been campaigning at 135. That weight cut was probably grueling for him. So I don't even blame him for going to 140 and fighting Regis, another champion. But what I am saying is, I don't feel like a guy who's trying to find another way, another avenue to get to the same place. It's like driving down the street. If you take a detour, as long as you get to the destination, you get to the destination. Now, if you just turn around and just take your punk ass back home, then yeah, clearly you ain't trying to get wherever you're trying to get to. But if you're trying to find a detour, you're just trying to find a detour.
Yeah, I
And
agree
can I
with you,
say this,
man.
Prize, real quick? It's gonna be brief. Shakur Stevenson lost his belts on the scale when he moved up to 35. He ain't have shit. So I mean, whatever. If it was a real offer, he should have took it. Because at the end of the day, he didn't have no room to be talking about he was elevated and this, that, and the third. Like he kept his belts. He lost some shits on the scale. We ain't forget that.
And that offer that Devin sent him, they said that would have been Shakur's biggest payday. I'm not mad that he turned it down, though. I mean, it is what it is. Like I
No, that's
understand.
what they said.
I
That's what they
understand.
said.
I understand the
But
business part of
Shakur clearly felt like that wouldn't have been his biggest payday. And I actually heard Tim Bradley
to
talking
that, but
about.
to the date
I
though, to
heard
that
Tim
date though,
Bradley
right?
talking
And
on I heard Tim Bradley talking on Boxing Gems one day, and he was saying you'd be surprised at what Shakur was making. Several million a fight.
man, Tim Bradley say anything, but I
No,
still, I mean,
Tim Bradley.
I
Boom.
feel like I'm not disagreeing with you. I'm not saying Shakur wasn't getting paid, but they said that would have been his biggest payday to date on
But
paper.
Prize, let me
No,
ask
that's
you
what
this.
Devin
Let me
Haney
ask you
and
this. How
company
many
said.
pay-per-views you think Shakur bring to the fight?
He has none.
So if that's the case, we don't got nothing to go off of.
I mean, that's a good point too. Like that's why I stay neutral between all this. I don't understand the people. This is what let me say this real quick, and I'm gonna shut up. Like this is my thing with boxing fans. Why does it have? Why okay? Why do I have to pick between Tank and Devin? I rock with both of them. I rock with Tank, Devin, Shakur, all of them. Boots. I don't have to choose. When Earl Spence fought Terrence Crawford, you had your Earl fans, that people calling them all weird names. Then you had your Bud fans. And I was just like, damn, why can't people just like rock with like? And it's weird to me. You know what I'm saying? It's just weird to me. Like I feel like, and I agree with both of y'all. You feel me? I feel like y'all both making some good points. Like then Ant went into why he didn't offer. He got the sanctioning bodies involved and all that. That's some good information right there for people that don't know. You know what I'm saying? But I felt like that Devin wasn't gonna take a fight at 35 anyway. He had to be paid. So that's why I didn't say Shakur and them ducked him, but the fight just didn't happen. But
That's
I
what
felt
I'm
like
saying,
I felt
Prize.
like Devin is trying to. I don't care if he go in there and get his ass whooped. I really don't care. I just like the fact that he wants to fight the best, and he is going to make a good fight, regardless if he fights Shakur or Tank. Devin's going to make it a good fight, bro. Regardless if he win, lose, or draw. So that's why I like Devin Haney.
He's not fighting Shakur. They're not going to fight each other. Get over that
That's
one.
fine. I don't care if they ever do. But so Shakur's at one. I mean, Devin's at 140 now. So we'll see what he does there. It's some good fights there he could make. But I like Devin because he just wants to fight people. He doesn't matter who it is. If he goes in there and gets knocked out, fine, whatever. But he's gonna go in there and compete. He's the youngest undisputed. He took a crazy deal that none of these new niggas that Tank, Shakur, nobody would do that deal that he took to go undisputed. He pretty much sold everything. He gambled completely on himself. I don't care if Kambosos was the opponent. That was the man that had what his destiny was, and he went through the gauntlet and he did it. So that's why I like the kid. B personally, all that suing stuff, that's just business. I don't care nothing about that. I'm talking about ring, what he does inside the ring. I don't care about his clothes and his bracelets and his and suing niggas. I don't care about none of that. I'm not a street nigga. You know what I'm saying? And neither is he. You know what I'm saying? So I don't care about none of that. So all I care about is what the kid done in the ring, and it looks pretty damn good on paper to me. But hey, who would I know?
And this is what I'll say about Shakur. I don't know if you guys ever heard this term, but Shakur the type of dude, if you lose your iPhone in his house, he'll help you look for it because he stole it. He's a dirty dude, man. He's a
That was
dirty dude.
crazy, BBO.
He's a dirty
how
dude.
do you come up with this stuff, dog? Like, that's so crazy.
I just sit here and think about it like, I can't believe my brother is talking about this guy like he's a straight up businessman. He not. That was a duck, man. We could say we want Ryan was way more popular than Devin and Shakur. Devin and Shakur not even on the same planet as Ryan. Even though Ryan is a racist, you still got to give him credit for being popular. He's popular, man. All the girls love him. He's like the king of K-pop or whatever. But truth be told, man, Devin Haney always wanted Tank. Tank never wanted that fight. That's the fight we keep talking about. Let's just be honest. Tank is going to go down as one of the guys with a lot of potential.
Stop it.
Never did nothing. You said what?
See, I'm with you on that too, Crush. I'm over it because they're not in the same weight class no more. So I'm over the Devin Haney.
You see how they do that? You see how they do that? But when we was at 35.
They not over it though because they tweeting at each other every second. So it's still smoke.
I feel you.
And Tank said he still wanted to work.
I know B3, but me personally, I said I'm over it. Me personally. You know what I mean? Because again, it's just too much. It might happen. I mean, but Tank doesn't seem like he has any interest of going to 140 right at this point. So
he's scared.
I don't know if he's definitely not scared, but
he's scared.
He's definitely not scared.
Let me ask you this: with this win, does this put Beterbiev up there? Does this put Beterbiev up there with Archie Moore, Antonio Tarver? Does this put him up with
No, he don't go up there with no Archie Moore. Stop it, BBO.
I'm asking a question.
I just answered you. No. Trying to put these guys with the race,
No, I wouldn't go as far as to say all that because, you know, prior to this fight, when I really started to take a closer look at what's my guy's name, Bibble's resume, it was like it ain't as crazy as it's been made out to be. He's a fantastic boxer, but like his resume is just like it ain't crazy like that. So I don't know.
Yeah. But you tucked the lead, my friend. Tank had said he was scared. He was nervous as shit when he was fighting Ryan. So y'all need to answer why is that the reason why he not going to 140?
The man already said he didn't feel comfortable at 140 at the fighting barrios. He's going back to
30. So what?
I heard it before. So why y'all asking the same thing?
Because at the same time he said, "Oh yeah, I'll go up to 140 to fight Ryan with a 10-pound rehydration clause." So that's what I'm saying. Chasing around this pretty bitch is getting disgusting. Pause. I mean, nobody wants to see Ryan ever do anything like fight a real champion. Come on, man.
Let me ask you this real quick, Ant. Do you think Turki Al-Sheikh has been a cancer to boxing? What do you think?
You said, do I think he's been a cancer to boxing?
Yeah.
Nah, he's just another dude that's putting on fights. I really don't give a shit who's throwing the fights.
Right.
To be honest with you, I watch BKFC. Like I watch people fight in street beef, like random backyard fights. Like I don't care who's fighting. If somebody started fight, I just left CVS. If somebody started fighting right now in the parking lot, I'm watching that shit.
Right.
And I'm like, yo, slip the jab, son. You know what I mean? Like I'm just watching. I don't care who's fighting, to be honest with you. And I don't care who's throwing the fights. As long as we getting fights. The fact that we got Arthur Beterbiev and Bivol. This is the first time we had undisputed since who? Roy Jones or somebody like that?
No,
like
never had it.
I could have swore Roy Jones was undisputed at 175.
No, he never was undisputed. No, he was never undisputed.
Nah, I thought Roy was.
Roy was never undisputed.
I thought he was too.
No, he never was undisputed. He was
well,
like,
this the first time. That's even more
on.
remarkable, man. The fact that we got an undisputed fight at 175. I mean, the fight with Usyk and Fury. That was the first undisputed heavyweight champion since Lennox Lewis. Like that's pretty cool.
That's like
I don't give a shit
04.
if his name is Turkey. What his name is? Where he's from? Like, yo, he stepped in. He made.
It
some
says
things happen.
Arthur is the first. He's become the first undisputed 175-pound champion of 4-belt era.
Yeah, I never remember them having a undisputed champion at 147, 175, but it could be. All I'll say is this, and the thing about Arthur is he beat Bivol, who really is not all that good, because I think Andre Ward, as boring as he was, would have laced him. I don't know. That's the bad thing about this boxing we getting. It's good, but then it's watered down because this is the best fight we can possibly get. What's next?
Nah, BVO was worse. The watering down come when they say this. They ask your promoter, what do you think about a fight with this guy? Your promoter say, well, my fighter he can actually drop weight. Yeah. Man, that's some soft ass shit, man. Set that soft ass shit up. That shit soft as hell. Talking about your fighter can move down in weight when they asking you about a champion. What
what they say? Take a fight at 30. Take a fight at 30.
Yeah, that goofy ass shit. Big nose ass fucker.
I think it's circumstantial though, because we do have some guys like that, like Lomachenko, for example. He's not a big guy. He's a dude started at 126. Like, yeah, these guys, they campaigned and they settled in at these weights, but we be forgetting how small some of these motherfuckers are sometimes. Like, Tank is a tiny guy, man. He started at 126 himself, but when certain guys, like when they got power, we kind of just discount how small they are. And we just think like, all right, we want to see how far your power carries. And then just keep going up, keep going up, keep going up.
Manny Pacquiao never shied away from an opportunity. The fight. Yeah, I think that Tank can shut a lot of guys up. If Tank would step up and fight at 147 and fight Boots and beat him up, which I think he can do, this would prove to the world that he's that guy.
Yeah,
you couldn't say nothing.
You're insane.
He would break Boots' neck. He would really break his mouth. And I'm trying to tell y'all, Boots ain't that guy, man. If he let Brian Norman Jr. get to him first, I'm trying to tell y'all, Boots is food, man. Somebody got to get in there and knock him out first. It should be Tank Davis, man. The face of boxing, I think. You telling me that wouldn't be a great fight? And if you seen Tank in a real disadvantage versus Boots Ennis, that's like Floyd versus Miguel Cotto.
I wouldn't even go to that extent though, because Boots is what, damn near 5'10"?
Yeah.
Tank is barely 5'5".
So he the same height as Mario Barros was.
Small ass arms. Like he only got like crazy reach like that. I don't know.
I mean, Floyd and Terrence both were special because they both had like 76
long ass arms.
Yeah, they got long arms. But
man, hey, BVO Ant, man, y'all cutting up right now. Hey, Crush.
He went to bed.
Nah, Crush did. Hey, Crush, man. Hey, man. Real talk. Did TMT? Did they duck the fight, bro? Did they duck the Devin fight? They didn't keep it a stack. They didn't want that fight, did they? Hey, BVO, how you the money team?
I don't know why you want to get him started.
No, I'm just saying, Prize, because how you the money team and then you talking about, well, he's a really highly paid lightweight. I don't think we can afford to pay him that. But you the money team. What the fuck you talking about? You can't afford to pay the undisputed champion, or even the champion for that matter, before he was undisputed. You can't afford you the money team.
I mean, I hear you,
B3 but how do you is on fire right now. That nigga
how you keep the money, B3? You got to be prudent with your spending. It ain't the foolish team. They not the spendthrift team. It's the money team. You got to keep the money somehow, some way.
Yeah,
but when Floyd buying all these purses and flowers and stuff, you telling me there ain't enough money to get the fights? Come on, man, and stop.
I
Nah,
see
they got enough
out of
money,
control.
and we ain't see no Tiafimo price out. We ain't see no ask for no crazy 10 million.
Hold on. That's the cap. Theo ain't price himself out. That's cap. Don't get in here capping, bro.
Come on now,
We only asked for $10 million. That's it. If you
you
pay it or you can't. It's that simple. We just asked for $10 million, man.
Yo, BVO, why you defended the racist, man? He out here talking about he's shopping for bananas for that monkey named Terrence Crawford. Curious Terrence is what he called him.
I didn't hear that, so I don't know. I have to look it up. I gotta do some
Please
research.
do your research, man, because you out here defending the what's name, man. You can't be Asiatic and black and defending that.
Tio a lame
That flim
cornball
flam,
goofy
that
nigga.
nonsense, man.
Because I actually haven't been talking about Till as much because he's been saying a lot of stuff in the news that kind of made my skin crawl. And my homeboy Puerto Rican Tommy actually had a conversation with him, and the stuff that Till was saying was kind of like brain dead stuff. So it's like, I don't know. The fact is this, man. Till, the reason I like Till because Till's like Floyd, man. He fight anybody. That's the only reason I like Till, man. He fight anybody. Him and Devin both, I'll fight anybody. That's the only reason why I like those two kids because they'll fight anybody. You know, Tank is a businessman like Loma been saying for years. But guys like Teal and Devin, man, they just, if you want to fight, you can get it. They can, man. You know, that's the only thing I'm saying. And I like people like that.
I
Adrian.
don't know about that, man. I don't
Huh?
know about that. I don't know
Nah,
about
I
that.
do, and
Because who are these?
because after that
I
second
like Devin
sparring with
Haney.
Devin,
I put all of these guys in the same boat, man.
He
All of these
fought
guys are
Lenore.
fighting. All of these guys are fighting good competition. Nothing crazy. But then here's the other question that we got to ask ourselves. How many of these fighters today are truly, truly just like absolutely sensational, like on some Salvador Sanchez type shit? Like it's only a handful of
Did
them.
you see
And then
Rose
everybody else is
Salvador
just
Sanchez
good
up?
fighters.
So Salvador wasn't perfect. We could
You
see
said
the.
what?
Did you
No,
see
I
the
didn't say
fight in
perfect.
80?
I didn't say perfect.
I mean, Salvador Sanchez got his head whipped to the end of that fight. So I mean, let's not play like he didn't get his head whooped on. That's come with it.
I didn't say perfect. I didn't say perfect. I didn't say he was perfect.
I think we
I
got
didn't
some
say he was
guys
perfect.
that's sensational. I think Emiliano Vargas. I think the tomato can killer Abdullah Mason is sensational. I just think the guys that's sensational is just real young now. You know, I like that dude. What's his name? John Coffey that was beating up my dude from Toledo. What was that guy's name? Big John Coffey dude. Dang, I can't think of his name. I know I'm talking about the big black African dude. Look like the dude from Green Mile. You know what I'm talking about?
when
We
the
beat
last
up.
time he fought?
He fought Big Baby Anderson. The
He
big
talking about Bacoli,
Bacoli.
Bacoli, yeah.
Byron Bacoli.
It's some good dudes out there, and they ain't got an opportunity, man. Everybody don't get the opportunities that some of these guys to get. I
That's
honestly
another
think
thing. That's another thing, BVO, where it's like, to me, I'm always a little bit conflicted on the whole achievement thing because if you with a particular outfit or under a banner or whatever the hell you want to call it, and they happen to have certain fighters over there at the most opportune time, and I'm not talking about in terms of like the talent or anything, I'm just talking about just the availability.
right.
Because all of these promoters do the same thing, man. They have in-house fights and they protect their interests and they look to make the other fights that are quote unquote across the street when they marinate, when they get to a certain point, when they reach a fever pitch to where the demand is so great that they feel like they'll be able to cash in. But for the most part, it's in-house fights. And I don't think that there's anything wrong with that because why? If you can control the belts, that means that you can make more championship fights. And the more championship fights you have, the more luster that those fights have because people value championships,
Yeah.
right?
No
But
question,
so
because that sound like when Top Rank they kept Loma away from Haney, and they took franchise, and then they kept Loma out the ring for 16 months before he fought Tio, and then he gonna fight Tio and say he fought him with a shoulder injury when he was out the ring for 16 months.
And the
Right.
thing I could say about politics is I think the politics of boxing really interfere. It's a little different because I got to be honest. Muhammad Ali did a lot of politics in boxing. Like people don't notice that Muhammad Ali offered George Foreman and Ken Norton fight. If he would have fought Ken Norton, he would have fought him. And the story that they put out there, and it's like I don't know, man. The business of boxing is kind of corny, man, because we're not getting the best fights. And like you said, man, I think we missing out on some great opportunities because what Turkey has done is you seeing like for the first time people against different styles. Like I did not think John Coffey was gonna beat my dude Big Baby Anderson like that. I mean he beat the cheeseburgers out of him.
No, Martin Bacoli. Put some
That was
respect
the
on his
worst. Was
name.
that the worst loss of the year, or was the AJ loss worse?
No, that Martin Bacoli, that was pretty
That losing to
bad.
John Coffey was the worst loss, bro. You can't lose to
Why
Coffey.
you keep calling them coffees? Bacoli. Call him his name.
You can't
And
listen.
BBO, you right, BBO. The Turkey man, he making the fights happen. Like this
He
starting to
ain't playing it,
this
but he
starting to
losing
rip.
though. He losing prize. He ain't.
So what? They said they don't. The rumor is they don't care about winning or
No, what I'm
losing.
saying is his guys is losing. His A
Oh
side.
yeah, yeah, yeah. They getting
Because
whooped.
he gotta make Fury versus AJ. You see what I'm saying? He already lost Wilder versus AJ, so he's losing all his big fights.
Yeah, he is. But I don't care. That means the best is fighting the best right now. So the Turkey man is reminiscent of Big Don. Like BVO said, the business of boxing is bad, but when Big Don was running, the business of boxing was running just fine. You know what I mean? We need one of them back in this game right now.
And see,
Clean
you
this
know the
mess
thing
up.
that get me about that, and I'll tell you something, man, that I got to talk to one of my favorite boxers ever, terrible Tim Weatherspoon. The thing is, when we get the fights we want, the fighters get screwed. And I think what's happening now, these fighters are too business minded. I need me a dumb fighter who can't read and write, man. I don't need no dude who's a scholar, man. We need to get back to
That's
getting them.
crazy,
And
BBO.
I'm just being honest, bro. Because if we want the best fights, man, these dudes is too smart now, man. I don't like all these. Oh, I didn't went to college. I didn't took a business course. No, I want the dude who coming from the hood trying to make a dollar, man, for his family. You know, people forget Deontay Wilder came off the beer truck to become heavyweight champion of the world. I mean, he left the beer truck and became heavyweight champion of the world. I think his
But he
daughter.
also did that with Al Heyman, BVO. So Al Heyman got to stay involved. If Al Heyman, what you saying is like saying that Al Heyman not gonna be around because if it wasn't for Al Heyman, Tank wouldn't be where he is. Canelo wouldn't be doing what he's doing. Al Heyman has built a lot of these guys. I mean, look at what he's done. Look at what the
Drake wouldn't be
PBC
where
did
he
for.
is. B3.
Say that
Al
again,
Heyman checks. I said Drake wouldn't be where he is. Al Heyman checks for all of
bro.
my events.
Come on now, this
Al
dude is
Heyman
on
get
another
everybody
level.
paid.
He's
Al
on
Heyman,
another level.
you know, Michael Jackson said Al Heyman was his favorite. That's a pretty big statement, bro. For Michael Jackson to say you his favorite. I mean,
Bro,
I'm gonna tell you something funny that I read that I didn't know that was funny. Do you know why there was the only reason that Prince and Mike had got on the phone about doing a song? Because of Al Heyman when he wanted them to be on the Budweiser tour,
that's
and Michael
crazy.
Jackson being a prick messed it all up. Do you guys realize that? Like Al Heyman is one of the most powerful guys in entertainment. That whole pop out show,
T Hill said let him in.
that was the Al Heyman production. The people, I don't think people understand when they did that pop out show. They was dissing Drake. You know, all them little girls was up there talking crazy about Drake. That was Al Heyman show. I mean, I don't know what you think about that. And is Al Heyman the most powerful man in sports? Ant?
Show business. Sound like.
I don't know.
I'm with my guy B3, man. I just think just entertainment in general. There's just certain dudes, man, like Al Heyman, another one who's been involved with the Knicks. My guy William Wesley, like Worldwide West, like these guys, they just got their hands on multiple entertainment industries, whether it's like sports, music. I wouldn't be surprised if they went to media and TV and all that stuff too.
Is that true that Leon Rose, the famous agent, is with the Knicks? Did y'all hear about that?
Yeah, he's our president.
How the heck they do that? That's cheating.
He's the president.
But
If
Wow.
I'm not mistaken, his
probably
son
not an
had taken
active
over.
agent though.
You know
CAA.
what? I wonder why the Knicks got better so fast. They talking about getting
He
Devin Booker and all that. Man, that's a cheat
Yep.
code to get Leon Rose. That's if you don't know Leon Rose, he has represented everybody. You know, Dwayne Wade, LeBron James. I mean, you name it. Like he was the king at CAC. Was it CAA or
Yeah,
whatever
the
it is.
CAA. CAA.
CAA. You know what? I think James Dolan for the first time figured it out because they have Leon Rose, and Worldwide West. That's crazy. That's unfair, and I didn't even think about that, bro. That like you said,
But
that's
Dolan
unfair.
always used to hire the smartest people because he hired Phil Jackson. He tried.
Yeah,
Nah,
So
I just thought that was a bad move, B3. I thought that was a bad
what the
move
Phil Jackson
because
move? But no, what I'm saying is when
yeah,
you just acquiring he was acquiring the talent of Phil Jackson. It didn't work out, but you see what I'm saying? He was trying to put the right person in place, so he thought, but
no,
everybody
that
not
was a
that guy.
desperation
From
move.
Porzingis.
That was a desperation move, B3. Initially, he wanted Phil Jackson to coach, but Phil said that
Oh,
he
Phil
wouldn't
said no,
coach
you're right.
unless he could only coach home games because he started having issues with his back and shit. He had health issues, so he
Yeah,
was like, "Yo, I'm gonna coach the home games, but then all the away games, I'll have my assistant coach, like act as like the interim coach." And
right.
then they was like, "Nah, that's not gonna work." And then what's my guy's name? James Dolan. He got desperate and threw a big bag at Phil, like over 75 million, for him to become the president. And then Phil kind of just took the job for the money. He didn't even care about the basketball operations, none of that.
Yeah, that was
Oh, you
crazy
can't say that. You can't
when
say
they
that.
gave
He did
Phil that
find
Lakers
Porzingis.
job. That was crazy.
He did find Porzingis, bro. Don't say he didn't do nothing, man.
Who?
No, I didn't say he didn't do anything. I said he didn't really care about the basketball operation. And then ultimately he ended up trading Porzingis too. He traded him for like Dennis Smith Jr. and I can't
Bum.
remember who else it was in Dallas. Like Phil was just there, just spending the bag, and then he was just that's pretty much what it was for him. Like he got a big bag. James Dolan got real desperate because, like I said, he wanted him to coach, but Phil was like, "I'm only coaching the home games. My back is fucked up. I ain't about to be traveling on the road. I'm not a young man."
His legs was jacked up when he was in with LA, so I know what you're talking about. Yeah, he was jacked up then.
Yeah,
But
he was
still, how did he get Leon Rose and Worldwide West? That's crazy. Like I didn't even.
because West is connected to Leon Rose, bro. So they came as like a package deal.
So he got the most powerful man in sports. Like that's.
You ain't see what's going on right now. B3 they and BVO they upset with Leon Rose because he found a loophole in that cat trade. He found a loophole because they got this the new second apron or whatever it is with the
Yeah.
CBA. He
Uh-huh.
found a loophole. That trade wasn't supposed to go through, but he ended up paying somebody like $1 less or something like that, just like $1,
Wow.
and it made the trade go through.
That's wild, bro. And to tell you the
And
truth, man.
Dallas tried to sue him too after he signed Jalen Brunson.
Oh yeah, but you can tell that was straight up. They straight up cheated to get him, man. They had hired his
Yeah.
dad as coach. They made
All
sure
right, Rick Brunson. Then they was at the playoff games during the Utah series. They was at the games.
Yeah, that was crazy.
They was tampering like crazy.
That
But
was
they made it
crazy.
happen.
Yeah. But the whole NBA is tampering, man, because
They talk behind the scenes for sure.
I mean, say what you want, man. You know, I've been always been a Lakers fan since about '96, but I always like love my Knicks, man. But I think I'm gonna move over to the Knicks full time, man, because I hate LeBron, man. Like it's all about LeBron. LeBron is like he one of them dudes who will suck a franchise dry and then leave and say y'all didn't help me do nothing. Like he been with the Lakers 7 years now. Y'all realize that? 7 years. He been with the Lakers 7 years.
He
And
got his ship though. Why you hating?
Yeah, he got a title.
that don't count, man. We got a title in the doggone bubble, dog.
That's one of the hardest chips ever.
No,
Come
it's
on, bro.
not.
There was no crowd.
Man, you talking about LeBron, one of the
Excuse me, it
strongest
was his guys hooping,
guys.
dog.
Come on, bro.
I think that was a tough title to win.
Like my man Juan said, I'm black, bro. I'm
You
black.
away from your families. You in that you stuck in there. You got to lock in and play, and that's what LeBron and them did.
Hey, but let me ask you this. Let me switch to this real quick. Hey, are y'all going to Are y'all going to the World Series, man?
Versus the Yankees.
Yeah, but the Yankees on a different division.
I said versus the Yankees.
No, they
Oh, there we go.
Guardians, man. We're gonna beat
Yeah,
the
I'm
Guardians.
hoping so, man. I'm hoping so. We playing against the Dodgers. I don't know who the hell the Yankees are
We
playing.
got knocked out by the
It's gonna
Mets.
be the Yankees versus the Guardians.
Yeah, I
Okay.
think my
Yeah, because I know
Guardians.
they were playing Detroit today. I didn't check the stats, but okay.
I
So
can't
Yankees
believe we
and
got
Guardians.
knocked off by the damn Mets, bro. That was just embarrassing.
The
Who?
mess is nice.
The
Nah, the
Mets.
Mets was the hottest team in baseball since
Bro,
June.
y'all
I
had
don't know what the
yeah,
hell happened in May. Oh, the beginning of the season they was 0-5. In May they were 11 games below 500. It was looking pitiful. It was abysmal as hell. they had that little team meeting. Jose Iglesias, aka Candelita, he dropped that damn OMG. Grimace came. I don't know what the hell happened, but they
And
got
we
the
tried to
best
get
record in
Lindor
baseball
back.
since June.
And you know what's so
Nah, he doing
crazy,
his thing. He
Pryor? We
setting his
tried to
up,
get
man. He doing
Lindor
pretty
back,
good. He's
and
with
it
his people.
came back to us.
Yeah.
The
I
Guardian said we'll
With
get
his
a
people.
first round pick, and we're gonna give him a pitcher from the our AA for Lindor back, and they said no.
That's crazy. I'm done with baseball now that my team is out. I ain't watching it.
Oh, you a sucker, man.
Yep.
You a sucker.
Hey, what's up? Anybody got any take on the Kansas State Colorado game tonight? What y'all
I was
think?
just about to say, you know what? That game come on at 10:15, dog. I was just looking at that. I'm like, damn. Prime come on late tonight, but I hope Prime win, man.
Hey, matter of fact, what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna cover that game. I'm gonna just stay on and cover that game because that's a good game right there.
Yeah, Kansas State gonna be tough, man. But I hope Dion and I hope Prime can pull it out, man. Shador, they gotta protect Shador, but Kansas State, man, they're a pretty good team. They coming off a bye as well. Kansas
Shador
State.
might be the best quarterback. He might be the best quarterback in college football, man. Because Bo Nix ain't been looking as good as Shador look, man. Shador ain't
Bo
got no.
Nix.
Yeah, Bo Nix play for the
They
Broncos.
play for the Broncos,
I
dog.
mean, not Bo Nix. What's the dude's name? The dude for Alabama. My bad. I don't know why.
Oh, Milrow. He threw 2 picks today. He ain't all that.
Cam Ward. Cam Ward is the guy
How
though.
about to say Cam is their guy?
He must be talking about Cam Ward. That's who he's
My
talking
bad, Cam Ward. I'm looking it up. It is Cam Ward. I don't know why I said Bo Nix.
That was crazy.
Then you said Milrow too, but you know that's just you talking. You was popping off, dog. It's today. It's been alphabet soup. First we had B3, and now we got CVO up in here, and both of y'all spending some unbelievable stuff, dog. I love it, man. You know what I'm saying? If you
CVO
like it,
from
I
man. What
love it.
CVO stand for, man?
Capping, very own.
What it do, T Hill?
Man, you know, I just been chilling in the background, just listening to y'all go back and forth like a cameo song. I like it. I like it. I like it. I like it. I like it a lot.
That's the funniest thing I heard today. That brother said CVO.
Yeah, every now and again you get into CVO mode, bro, and I love it. I ain't mad at that one bit, man.
T Hill, I ain't getting to hear your take on who won the better BF Bibble fight.
I honestly, bro, I'm gonna tell you like this. I got off work about 11:15 last night. Stayed up all night preparing for a cookout we had. Man, I ain't gonna get no sleep. I just got back from the cookout after cleaning up and everything right now. So I ain't even see the fight. I couldn't see any of it, but I heard it was a great fight. And I'm pretty sure Better Be had won, but he probably didn't win like I said he would.
Yeah, better BF. Yeah, he walked him down. Bibble gassed out late and ended up getting walked down. He lost the championship rounds.
Oh, he lost, so it went the distance.
Yeah, it went all
Yeah.
12.
Man, I ain't gonna lie to
It was a
y'all.
majority decision.
I felt like Batervia was in control for damn near the whole fight. To be honest with you, B3. I think it was you who said that Bivol was throwing those get off me punches. That's exactly how I felt about his offense. To be honest with you, like he had an occasional 1-2 here and there, occasional flurry here and there, but for the most part, he was just getting stalked and getting mugged, man. You seen
He
him
was
at the
fighting
civil
for his
fight.
life in there.
He had a knot on the left side of his head. His left like cheekbone, like around his orbital bone, that shit was all swollen. I'd never seen him look like that.
The funniest part of the whole night, the guy came up here and said he had Bibble winning 8-4.
Nah, ain't no way in hell. I thought that Bivol, he started out, it was like, okay. But all of that footwork and him dancing, that shit did not happen like that.
Nah, he did not
Definitely didn't.
outclass. And then Eddie Hearn tried to call it a master class. He was
Yeah.
capping.
Eddie
So
Hearn tried to
Nah,
say
there
it
was
was a
nothing master
robbery.
class about that.
so yesterday while we were on Cash Sports Show, at the very end, and had made the statement that he would love to see Bevo go in there and land a shot that would just knock him out, or have Better Biev, who's known for knocking people out, boxing. And guess what we saw? We saw the person who, quote unquote, don't have no boxing skills, is just strictly power, go out there and outwork and outbox somebody that's known for being a boxer and having this great transition of depth, perception, and distance and space and all that other good stuff. So, CBO, remember this. Whenever we have the people that, quote unquote, people are ducking to fight the fights, when their fights get made, it's not just skill. I mean, it's not just power that some of these fighters possess, man. They possess a whole lot of skill too. It's just the power overshadow the skill at times. But the skill is great, man. And you know, us constantly telling people that my man Beterbiev, better Biev or better be.
No, Butterbeef. Like my man, Butterbeef.
Are you eating while you talking?
How about to say, what you stuffing your mouth with?
Go on and digest it before you start letting words come out, man.
Hey, y'all two jigs, man. Y'all crazy.
Hey, man, the Asiatic black man got to eat, man. He in here putting in overtime. How long you been on here? Shit, damn near 10 hours. You got to eat, man.
Yeah, I can dig it.
I'm about to find myself something. I'm texting him at the crib like, what
Hey,
y'all want to
BB,
eat?
I'm saying I ain't even gonna try to play you like that. Like I ain't just sit up here and have me a platter.
Hey, bro, we close to getting monetized. We gotta put that work in, y'all.
Yeah.
Hey, and you on the grind 24/7, and that's why I say, hey, and when we get a CVO sighting, it's great, and then when we cap it off with a B3 sighting, man, and y'all over there going back and forth over some nonsense.
Yeah, I rock with B3. He was cooking.
B3 my guy. He know he my guy, but he know dang well Devin wasn't chasing down no dang Tank for no fight. He know that, dog.
He ran him down. You're right. He ran him down, and Tank ran.
And you know that too. And I'll be happy when we get this interview, bro. So you can stop all this. And I just want to know, when is one of those two monkeys gonna get the banana? Because you know your boy was over there running his mouth something fierce too. So it's some splaining to do up in there, and it's time for people to start making people pay the piper. If you run your mouth and say some stuff that's sideways, you got to pay the piper. So I hope that Boots, because he was one of those guys. I hope that Bud, he was one of those guys, or Tank, get in that ring real quick with your boy Tio, and he can show the world how great he is and how he's bringing boxing back, baby. Because you know, Steve Claggett ain't it, bro. I'm just saying he ain't it.
Hey, T-Hell, you my man, 100 grand, and I was with you 99.9% of the way. That 0.1, Steve Claggett is my guy, man.
Steve Claggett had a heck of a performance.
I like Steve Claggett. I don't care what nobody say. That man can fight.
No, he definitely could fight.
He not trash, but people just
he may not have the name value.
People just didn't like how Tio cherry picked him, so they kind of like took out their frustrations on Steve Claggett. He's nothing wrong with. He's not a bad fighter. He's a C fighter.
I only say
I think he's a little bit above. I think he's a little bit above a C. I got him at a solid B minus.
No way. Nah, I'm not giving him that.
Yes, sir. Did you see what Teofimo's face looked like after the fight?
Man, that guy ain't no B level fighter, dog.
Sometimes we gotta just stop looking at the names and just look at the fights.
I think he's a C, no more than a C plus.
Hey, my man, look like
I got him at a solid little B minus.
He was better than Jermaine Taylor. I'll tell you that.
What?
Jermaine Taylor, who ran from us.
Nah, that was no running. Your man Tio just got to just work on cutting the ring off, man. He could do it. He got the athleticism. It's just a matter of just paying attention to his positioning, man. That's the problem with Tio. You be getting a little bit overzealous, and just think he just leap off his feet and throw them crazy ass hooks.
Naeem the Dream said.
Dropped twice.
Naeem the Dream, shout out to you, brother. He said that Tio is a C level fighter.
No, Tio ain't no C level fighter. Hell no.
He's stopping you, Dream. He's stopping you, Dream. 2 rounds.
That's not. Come on, BBL.
Dream, he's stopping you. 2.
Oh wow.
Nah, he ain't gonna stop Naeem the Dream. I'm gonna make sure my guy is.
That's the only thing. If you remember that too, you better stop showing on that sandwich. You know what I'm saying? It's got you clouded right now. That's the only dream that matters. Naeem, get him out of there. Get him out of there with like 1, 2, 3. But yeah, man, I wish I could have seen the fight. Well, how was the card though? Was the card?
It was okay. Ben Whitaker quit.
He quit.
He quit.
He quit. So he lost.
He should have lost.
Oh,
that was a bizarre ending. Go check it out.
draw.
They flipped out of the ring together, and then he acted like he was all hurt and he didn't want to fight no more because boy was putting hands and feet on him.
Oh, it was about to go to decision. It was not going to be.
He didn't resign. He didn't resign, but he definitely made an executive decision. Like he turned it into Royal Rumble real quick.
Yeah, right. It turned into WWF.
What your boy did, huh?
He got up out of there, bro.
Remember when my man threw Steve Spark out the when Montana Love threw Steve Spark out the
Yeah, that's what they said. Yeah. That's what Free said.
Man, Ben Whitaker's his gag is up. Then I guess his gig is up.
My craziest ring, the one that was Kermit Cintron back in the day. How he kind of like act like the dude threw him out of the ring, but when HBO slowed it down, he kind of like jumped out of the ring, bro. You go back and look at it. That was real bizarre, bro. He like jumped between the middle ropes and just tried to act like dude threw him out. And then when the crowd starts here, they was like, oh, you know what I'm saying? That was weird, dog. He literally jumped out of the ring. He ain't want that fight no more. Kermit Cintron, dude was putting hands on Cintron, and dude Kermit jumped out of the ring. I can't make this up. Go check it out.
I can't believe that, but hey, I will say this.
Go look at it.
I will say this, man. Going forward, you got to get the fights that matter. I mean, I think that people didn't respect this fight that came up.
You a little muffled to here.
Seems like, from all intents and purposes, it delivered on principle, and it held its merit as what it was billed as, a possible great fight. So, I hope that, this ignites the fire underneath the bellies of all these other people and get them in the ring, man, to stop using, like, I guess I would say, political jargon to evade or manipulate themselves around certain fights, man. And let's get in the ring and find out who really cooked the bacon.
I wish it worked out that way, T Hill, but guess what? Everybody, people on social media talking about Bivol got robbed.
Yeah.
So they not even giving Better Beef his just due. Go ahead.
I'm sorry, man. I'm just asking you from what you guys saw. Was it that close?
Yeah.
No.
Yeah.
Stop
I
it,
say
Prize.
yes.
Prize is cutting up.
Nah, I say the fight was damn close. I don't see. I mean, Better BF started dominating at the end, but Bivol.
You should be investigated by the FBI, bro.
Bivol boxed some good rounds, and one of the other brothers in the chat, if you scroll back up, he put the rounds of the rounds that he gave Dimitri Bivol. Now, me personally, at first because it started getting really exciting, so I stopped scoring it because I got into the fight. But I definitely had Bivol winning like three of the first four rounds or something like that. I got caught up in the action. I stopped scoring it. But I mean, I thought it was a close fight. I wouldn't mind seeing a rematch. You know what I mean? But if it doesn't be a rematch,
that ain't close.
And T Hill, like exactly what he said. Bivol may have won 3 of the first 4, and then it was a wrap because after 5, I know it was 3-2. So it was pretty much a landslide, 7 through 12. But Bivol, these guys, man, even like with Madrimov versus Crawford, Loma did some good things with Devin, so I can't. So that's maybe an outlier a little bit, but these guys are getting a lot of credit for competing with the best, but they still getting outlanded and outworked. So they losing these rounds, but because a lot of people like some of these fighters or they pick them to win before the fight, they giving them a lot of credit, or they scoring like a Bivol really wasn't outworking Arthur at all. He would land some good counters. He was landing good counters, but after the first 6 rounds, he got walked down. You know what I'm saying? And he couldn't stop the bleeding to the point where he almost got stopped. So I don't see how it was even close.
See, and therein lies the discrepancy with the judging as it is constructed right now. I mean, first and foremost, you got them sitting lower at their various angles, so you could see how within even a line where you guys are looking at the same television screen, same broadcast. There's varying perceptions on how the fight played out. It makes it absolutely mandatory that they do something to help alleviate some of that pressure and some of that.
Let me ask Prize this. Prize, did you pick Bivol before the fight?
Yes.
Yeah, okay. Already. But see that I feel like stuff like that plays on because like even Jay Hardcore in the chat, Jay Hardcore had picked Bivol. So after the 11th round, I put it in the chat like who y'all got winning, and Jay was really the only one that said Bivol, if I'm not mistaken. But
I
that's
didn't
because he
have him
picked
winning
Bivol.
going into the B. I ain't have him going winning in 11. I was like, he tied. It's close now, but
Yeah,
I mean,
yeah.
I felt like it was competitive. I can't remember which one of the other brothers in the chat. He picked the rounds that he gave Bivon. I was thinking it's like 7 of them, Jones. So, I mean, some some people. Eddie Hearn was up there caping or capping like, oh, Bivol should be undisputed right now. But I felt like Arthur was real solid at the end. Like Bivol was just in survival mode from like 10, 11, and 12, where he was in like almost survival mode. He wasn't letting his hands go. He kept his hands in his pocket, but in the beginning of the fight, he was letting his hands go. You feel me? So
T Hill, he being generous. T Hill, he was getting walked down from 8 on. He lost 8 on. Now
see,
once
I'm not.
those
I
one
can't
through
even argue
seven.
with that. That was it was close. Like it was close.
Because
That's
what I'm
pretty much
saying is
right.
is that once your opponent starts walking you down and lands, meaning they've cut the ring off and they're landing to the body, and you're going 45 seconds to a minute on the back foot, and you're not throwing punches back. All you're doing is taking punches and retreating. You're not winning that round. So all these rounds, in the first seven, I have to really go back and watch to see, but that was happening a lot of the rounds where Arthur was really just walking them down. So I can't really give you a
Yo,
round
B,
if
what round you say he started doing it? 7? You said
I
7?
know for a fact he won
Because
8 through
some of them was
12.
swings rounds. Some of them was swing rounds too.
I could see him winning 2 or 3 rounds. I mean, maybe three. I gotta rewatch. I'm gonna rewatch the
Yeah,
score.
that's a
I
fight
could
you
see him.
gotta rewatch. That's a
Yeah,
fight
I'm
you
gonna
gotta
rewatching the
rewatch.
score. But he made out of the first 7 rounds. I would say I could see him winning 3 or 4 rounds. So that'll be four
And
to three.
and he
That'll be
rocked
4 to 3. But
and
he
he rocked
lost the
better
last
BF too.
5. So when my scorecard come back, it's 9-3. Don't say I did him dirty because I had or I guess 5-4.
9-3
Okay,
is
I gotta watch
crazy.
it. I gotta watch it, but I don't know if he won 4 rounds either. He was getting he was landing some decent counters, but he was
And he
getting walked
rocked
down.
better BF real good too, bro. He hit him
Those
good,
are the
yeah.
rounds that more than likely I'm gonna give him. But like I
Yeah.
mentioned, that was few and far between. He wasn't pushing Better Beef back. He wasn't holding his
Nah.
ground. You see what I'm
He
saying?
was
If you
letting his
hold your
hands go
ground,
in the beginning, B, but like I said, at the end, toward the end, like what you saying, like I'll say like from 9 to 12, he kept his hands in his pocket, bro.
yeah, he did. Yeah, he tried. He tried his best, but see, he was in there with a real live threat. You know what I'm saying?
And
Before BF,
Archer got a nice undisputed belt too, T Hills, real nice.
very.
So
And then now that I think about it, when I was playing my undisputed game, that's the same belt that's on the game, bro. That's the belt.
I
Yeah.
think they said that a Turkey rider season had some influence in the undisputed game, so that's probably they probably got that
Well,
connection.
yeah, well, that logo's all over the game. Yeah,
That
for
makes
sure.
sense. That's what's up.
The logo's all over the game.
So who y'all got? Who y'all after all this craziness? How y'all see? Who y'all want to see Canelo fight? And Crawford fight? Like do y'all think they gonna fight each other, or do you think they gonna get other opponents?
Canelo, I think he gonna fight somebody at another weight class and try to do something
Cause he running out of
crazy.
options. You know he gonna try to get Jamal Charlo if he can.
Yeah, I feel like he gonna try to fight Badu Jack or something crazy like that.
Come on, man. Badu Jack done lost. He don't got that belt no more.
That belt going.
Well, cause you know that belt is with the Don King fighter. Don Ring, he got this fighter named Malaku, something with
Oh,
an M. Like
the MacBook guy.
He lost to this dude. This dude is named like Moore McCallion or something. Like
Oh,
he like a he a I don't want to say he a Eastern European but he's a white guy and he pretty decent. But he with Don King, so I don't know how this gonna work out for
yeah.
that.
Well, he running out of options, so
Who, Canelo?
Yeah.
Nah, Canelo got plenty options. Canelo can bring up Laura for a rematch. Canelo can fight Jamal. He can wait out Jamal. He can fight him. Uh, or if Boo Boo and Jamal fight, he can fight the winner. He can also fight in Billy. And Billy a decent fight for him. And then he also if after Pacheco get about 2 more fights, he can possibly fight Pacheco.
That's a bunch of fights that nobody want to see that you just named. You know that.
I mean, I'm just saying, but who else? I mean, you got to know the sport because who else is
I know.
there?
I'm saying
There's
like
nobody
we
else.
know who that. We know those people, but
There's
people.
nobody else though.
I
You know,
think
I'm not
Canelo
at
can fight
68.
wherever
I
he
mean, he
want,
already
man.
done beat the hell out of Berlanga and Munguia.
That's gonna really be good for Canelo later on, man. Beating those young guys, man.
Bro, his Canelo got the bet gonna have the best resume. Period. I mean, maybe after Roberto Duran. Roberto Duran, his resume is ridiculous.
No, Muhammad Ali got the best resume though, bro.
Muhammad do got a good resume. But I was looking at Roberto today. Just look at his 10-year gaps. He was fighting like he started off fighting like Ray Leonard. Not starting off, but he fought like Ray Leonard like after like 10 years later, and then came back and fought him again like another 10 years later. Like he's fucking crazy, man. Roberto Duran is ridiculous, bro. He
Yeah.
fought Hagler. He fought Hagler, and then he fought Tommy Hearns the next fight.
Tommy
And
Hearns put him to sleep.
come on, bro. I'm just saying he got in there, bro. We can't even
Yeah,
give
yeah,
these
no
young guys
doubt.
to take one tough fight.
Right, yeah,
Them
no
dudes.
doubt.
Imagine you going up from you coming up from 135, 140, 147, and then they put you in, and then you fight Hagler, then
You know what
Hearns.
I'd like to see? I'd like to see that was savage. I'd like to see them drop Roberto Duran at 135 right now. He'll beat that nigga would be savage right now, bro.
Man, him and Tank, they'll do 6 million pay-per-views. That'll be crazy.
Man,
Hands of Stone
uh,
versus Tank. That'd be crazy.
Roberto would be. I don't know about that one, Tank.
Nah, Tank will
I
box him off
rock.
the back foot. They'll have to give him 15 rounds. They have to give us 15 rounds for that fight.
Yeah, nah. Roberto might get to him, bro.
Man, Tank will beat the shit out of Roberto Duran. You got it.
I
Come on
don't
now.
know.
Come on now, man. Off the back foot, you can't touch Tank if he don't want you to touch him. See, that's what people you know what I'm saying? They overlook that part of it. If Tank want to fight you off the back foot and make it a
Yeah,
bull
he can.
fight, he could do
Tank is
that.
a complete fighter. He definitely
And
is.
then what
But
happened? And then what
we're
happens
talking
when
about
Roberto
Roberto
Duran
Duran, bro.
get frustrated after he getting countered and Tank rocking him upside his head? He can't hit Tank. He gonna end up quitting. No mas.
If he get into a firefight with Tank, man, he might put Tank to sleep.
Nah, Tank wouldn't do that. Tank
Shoot,
don't mind. Tank a boxing. Tank a boxing for 12 rounds. Tank a boxing for 8 or 9 rounds until he slow down. And then once he feel like he slowed down, Tank will pick it up and put
he making
his
it
fucking
seem
lights
like
out.
he. I don't know who you think. Like you talking about Roberto Duran, dog. I feel you, but I don't know. That's a
All
good. That's a
right,
good.
man.
That's a
This
good one.
dude, Roberto Duran wasn't knocking niggas out off the back foot like that, man. Tank is punching niggas lights out off the back foot. Come on, bro.
Yeah, Tank hit hard, but these niggas that Tank knocking out ain't half of some of them people that Roberto Duran was rumbling with, bro.
Yeah, I mean, yeah, I mean, I'm with you on that.
Like
But we got, but
Roberto
we talk
Duran hit
about,
that nigga a
but
couple. Tank be
but we
getting hit too, bro. So when he get hit by Duran, he gonna feel that
well, you said Tommy Hearn stopped him in 3 rounds, right?
brutally.
Yeah, so Tank, don't let's not get it confused. Tank is an all time great.
Yeah, I mean,
Yeah.
yeah.
And then at 135, we don't. I
I don't
mean,
know about an all time great. He don't got no defining moment like where he like had to reach down, way down.
let's say this. Let me say this.
I don't know about all
We
that.
let me say this.
I don't know that if he hits harder
Let's
than
not be
Hitman
disrespectful.
Hearns.
No. Let's not be disrespectful, because Tank folded a 4 division champion.
Yeah, Leo.
I
Yeah,
mean,
yeah.
literally folded him. That's infamous. Is like the best knockout we probably ever seen in boxing.
No, that's not the best one I ever seen in boxing, but it was a really, really good one. But
But he folded him in a
yeah, he
4 division
did. And he
champ.
crumbled him with an uppercut. The boy, I don't know why Leo threw 3, 4 jabs in a row like or straights in a row like that. That was stupid. But again, Leo Santa Cruz is a good fighter, but again, he wouldn't have survived back in them
Now,
Roberto
now let me
Duran
ask you this.
days.
Now, also let me ask you this. Tank came off of a eight rounder to stop Pedraza for the title, his first world
Yeah,
title
that
shot
was
at
that
21.
was I gave him full credit for that. That was an excellent win. One of my favorite wins by Javante. People don't like to give when they break down Tank resume. Oh, he don't got a resume. They don't like to give him credit for that one. I give him credit for that one, man. That was a good
And
win,
I
man.
don't and I
He was a
don't want to
damn
misspeak.
underdog. B3. He was an underdog in that joint, dog.
Come on. So
So,
that's two iconic wins. And we not
yeah,
and we
but they're
also
not.
do have to mention we are those but hold on, but Leo Santa Cruz is a Hall of Famer. Let's keep it a stat.
Yeah, he'll be in there.
He
So
gonna be
he's
in the
a
Hall of Famer, so we got to
yeah.
give him at least one Hall of Fame win. And then on top of that, Gamboa, yes, he got knocked down a lot, so people kind of talk bad about him. But Gamboa, I believe he was a gold medalist, and he also was a multi-division champion.
Yeah, for
So
sure.
when Tank got that stoppage, you know that win essentially that's also a legendary win. But people gonna try to poo-poo it.
I give more credit to Gamboa because he tore his Achilles in there and went all them rounds,
Yeah,
bro.
yeah.
It was a good win, but people not gonna give him the credit for that one. But I just don't feel like he got that moment. You know what I mean? And a lot of people feel like Tank don't got that moment where he's,
But
you know,
nah, but I disagree with that too, Prize, because then he made Ryan quit in front of the world.
yeah, he did. That was
So he
excellent. But
got, and
Ryan,
that was in front of 1.2 million.
yeah, Ryan, that was a good win for him. I give him credit. People don't want to give him credit. Ryan is not a trash fighter. We just hate his personality. We don't like him. But as far as fighting, he's not trash. You know what I mean?
So really, he got four iconic wins. Those are
Nah,
my top
I don't.
four.
I don't want to call those iconic. I can't do it.
I mean, they legendary, bro. Them shit's gonna live forever.
Nah, they not. Nobody's gonna be thinking about no
Who
damn.
else? Who else? Name another person that folded Leo Santa Cruz. Name the
Nobody
last.
don't. Nobody gonna be
Nobody
thinking
else.
about Leo Santa Cruz 20 years from now.
Nobody else. Knock Mario Barrios out his shoes. You know what I'm saying?
Nobody's gonna remember
Also leaving
Barrios. Nobody's gonna remember. I like Barrios.
They
No
gonna remember.
disrespect.
They gonna remember Barrios. Now he a 2 division champion.
They're not
They
gonna remember him. They're not gonna remember Barrios, bro. They not. Like the kid. I like
if
Tank,
he
man. The
fight Devin,
kid.
he got to get another win on. He got to get another name on his belt. If he
Now he
fight
going to
Devin,
beat Devin Haney now. Like you, like all right now. He go beat Haney now. Mario, shoot, now he the man now. But
nah, yeah, people remember him. He do that shit.
yeah, but ain't nobody remember them dudes like how people remember Roberto Duran beat Sugar Ray Leonard when Sugar Ray was undefeated. You know what I mean?
Nah,
That
that's some
was that was
legendary
that was
shit.
tough. He
Yeah,
fought
that's
Hagler,
legendary.
like you said. He fought Hagler and then Hearns. Like that's savage though. These new niggas ain't doing that. You know it. They
But
ain't doing it.
we got on this because we was saying Roberto Duran versus Tank.
Yeah,
That's
yeah.
in
I say
15
I
rounds. You got Roberto Duran.
I like Roberto Duran. I don't know. That's a good. I like Tank though. I wouldn't root against Tank, so no. I'll ride with Tank.
Do y'all
I'm,
remember?
I'm riding with my peoples. You know what I mean?
Yeah, already. But Tank
But
will beat the
but at
shit
the
out
end
of
of the
Roberto
day,
Duran.
that's a
Let's get it.
damn tough fight for Tank. Roberto Duran gonna be, man, he gonna be big as hell. He gonna hit hard as hell, bro. And Tank does get hit from time to time. Frank Martin was doing some things, and Roberto Duran gonna go at him. You know what I mean? Can he
Uh,
take Tank punch? Probably not. But if he can get one in, a couple in, shoot, them body shots, man. Roberto Duran's a tough bastard, bro.
yeah, I got Roberto Duran getting beat to death. Go ahead, BBO.
No, I'm just saying. I hear a lot of cap going on right now, but man, Tank ain't beat no Roberto Duran, bro, on his best day.
That's what I'm trying to tell him. Roberto's type savage, bro. Type shit. You know what I
Nah,
mean?
Roberto
Savage.
Duran is that dude. I do like Roberto Duran, but
At
the
35,
Tank
Roberto
will beat the shit out
Duran
of him.
versus Tank in Vegas. Man, Roberto Duran gonna be tough. He gonna be
I
on
want to
Tank
see
heels, bro.
Tank versus Sugar Shane Mosley at 135.
Mm.
Yeah,
That
that's
would
a
be a
good
real
discussion.
good fight.
Yeah,
God damn, that'd be a
but
good
see,
fight.
he'll end up pulling a Hector talking about he can't see and shit.
Oh,
Nah, you crazy. Not no 130, not no 135 Shane Mosley. Matter of fact, 130. Let him in there. He jump up from 30 to 47 to fight Oscar.
yeah.
Yeah, you put that Shane. Give me that Shane Mosley and Tank, man. I think Shane can beat that nigga for sure.
Y'all, man. Tank will beat him to death.
You
Y'all wilding
tripping?
out right now.
Hey,
Come
You
on.
wilding?
are you talking about
Let's be
BBL?
honest.
You wilding right now?
Let's be honest. Shane ain't had no defense like that. He would have tried to go mono with Tank, and his ass would have ended up looking like Hector.
Man, you
He
crazy,
would have
man.
he
Shane
would have
had
been looking
power
for a
too,
way
bro.
out.
Tank don't want to get in no firefight with Sugar Shane. Sugar Shane to knock his ass out doing that. He can knock Tank out. Let's be clear. Shane hit hard, bro.
Yeah, Shane a power puncher, but like you say, Tank is a genius in the ring. He ain't
Yeah,
gonna even engage. He ain't gonna even engage the way you want him to. You know what I'm saying? He gonna be cerebral.
but Mosley could box too, though. Back then, like he was quick on his feet. He gonna be right there in Tank face, And he could take a punch. Sugar Shane could take a punch. Man, it took for who dropped him? Vernon. He had to move all the way up to 47 before Vernon dropped him real good. You know what I mean? Before that, Shane was destroying niggas, including Oscar De La Hoya. And he
What else you
jumped from
supposed to talk?
30. He jumped from
Yeah,
30.
we gotta. People don't talk about it enough, but Coach Calvin and Coach Kenny, they masterminds. So if you talking about devising a game plan, man, I'm gonna put my money on them. And then ultimately with
Oh,
Tank, see Tank can walk you down, but he also he can fight off the back foot. And with Tank, he doesn't struggle to make 135. So
Yeah, he's a
so
complete fighter. Javante Davis is
yes.
he's an A+ fighter. He's complete. I'll make that clear. But I just
But
want to
don't but
see.
don't
I want to
but
see him
Pride.
bring some tools out of the tool bag and just like I know
But
what he
Pride,
can
you
do
gotta
already.
understand something too though. He not struggling to make his weight class.
I know
And a
that's a
lot of
good
these
thing.
guys, so even then, you better be talking about somebody that's able to make that weight easy, because if they struggling and he senses that, or you ain't all the way up to par, or you weight drain in the fight, he gonna stop you.
I just feel like this, B. I feel like that the best challenges for Tank Davis is at 140. There's the 135 turned into a complete ghost town right now. And he's hunting for belts that nobody like. Baranchik, cool, go knock him out. I'm okay with that. I would like to see that. I would like him to go in to take him, get that belt.
You
You
giving
know what
them
I'm
a cop
saying?
out though. You giving them a cop out because it's plenty of smoke at 135. And let me tell you
Who?
why. Let
Okay,
me
you
tell
got
you why.
Shakur in there. That's
Let
a
me
good
tell you
fight.
why. So yeah, you already got Shakur. He's still
Okay.
there. So that's the big one. I mean, damn, you don't leave
Right.
just for that, because
Right.
everybody want to see that. Then you got Keyshawn Davis building himself. That's
Okay.
gonna be a good. That's gonna be a good fight for Tank. So that, and they homeboys, so you can fight one, fight the other. Boom. That's two fights. Not only those two fights. If you don't want me to talk about none of the young guys, none of the other young
I
guys,
don't I
he
don't
can
care
talk.
about
He
them
can.
young guys. Yeah.
These guys now, we understand that he gonna pull people up from time to time. So Raymond Ford and Oshaki Foster, those would be two good fights that I would want to see Tank in. Other than moving up to 140, if he's not comfortable there, or to chase like a Ryan, I don't want to see Ryan really ever. So if he's not gonna fight Devin or Tio, then fight Oshaki Foster, Raymond Ford, Keyshawn, and Shakur. Those type of guys, you know
That's
what I'm saying?
fair enough. That's fair enough.
Those are
I
because
just
those
felt
are the
like
best names.
I felt like I felt
Navarrete,
like at
because you gotta
40
think about it.
you got Ryo, you got Pitbull, you a rematch. I don't want to see Pitbull, but he's in there.
Yeah, that's what I'm
You
saying.
got
Those,
you
those, but
got
those are.
Devin Haney, Regis Prograis, you got Claggett, you got
Come on, Claggett.
I'm
Come on,
saying, man, you just said he can fight.
Claggett. No, that was Ant.
I know, I'm just saying. One of the brothers, no,
yeah,
yeah, one of the
he-
brothers said he can rumble. And
Yeah,
I
he
agree with the
can.
brother, boy. You got him, he can rumble.
But he ain't in the running for no
Now
tank
he'll get
fight.
knocked out by 10. You got Sabril who just lost, but he got a fight coming up.
He
And you
can't.
got
Yeah.
no, he'll get knocked out. I
I
been had
named
no
all the
faith in him.
guys, bro, because you gotta understand. He's making black millionaires, man. That's his next, because he did it already. He didn't fought all the Hispanics y'all wanted him to see. Shakur needs to knock off William Zepeda. Rayo, we seen him get beat to damn death by De Los Santos. So Tank either
Hey, you
gonna
talking like
fight.
BBO, nigga?
Oh, Rayo, he got his ass whooped by De Los Santos. We already seen that. So Tank could fight even De Los Santos. I mean, De Los Santos put up a bad performance. So my whole thing is
Yeah.
this: De Los Santos and Rayo, they on the PBC side. So if they feed us those fights, we're gonna eat them because we know who Rayo is, we know who De Los Santos is. But the best fights for him is the Black American champions that's moving up. Raymond Ford, Oshaki Foster. He's already fighting Lamont Roach. Um, I don't think Kakasi. I don't think those guys is worthy of the fight with him. Really, they got to do a little more. Who else is Emmanuel Navarrete about to fight Valdez again? We already know Navarrete will get washed by Tank. Um, so yeah, so I mean, it's gonna be the young guys, man. He gonna have to fight Keyshawn, or if he ain't gonna move to 140, he need to fight Keyshawn for real, for real. If he not gonna fight Shakur, Keyshawn after Lamont.
But he said he wants to be undisputed. None of them guys, Baranche got a belt, Tank got a belt. Who else got the belts?
But he also said after the Frank Martin fight, he was just selling the fight. You know what I'm saying? He didn't
I
necessarily.
thought that he said he wants to become undisputed at
He
35.
said that before the fight, but then he was kind of saying that he said a lot to sell the fight. I don't think he wasn't he wasn't necessarily talking about the undisputed part, but I kind of figured that because how he can't force these champions to make no fights with him. He can't really determine or dictate if he can become undisputed because he would have to get three champions in the ring. So I think he was just saying that kind of tongue in cheek, like, yeah, I would want to be undisputed. He kind of said that so nobody kind of looked at him crazy. You know what I'm saying? Before the fight went
I
down.
think he wants to become undisputed, like he said.
No, I ain't
I mean, if
sleep.
he did, he would have fought Devin. Let's keep it a stack. He'd have said hold them motherfucking belts. He would have told Al Heyman make that fight. This the belt. This the only chance. This really the easiest chance that I got for undisputed. He would have made. He would have told Al to do whatever he got to do to make that fight.
I don't,
He
I don't, Devin. I don't think Devin would have beat Tank though back then.
at
I look
135.
at
No,
135. No, I don't think so.
absolutely not. Nah, he would have been. He would have got crushed.
Yeah, because he was way too weight drained to do that. Like,
Oh yeah, that was
BBA,
horrible.
BBA, you underwater again.
Nah, yeah, Tank would have beat Devin half the death at my bad BVO. Tank would have beat the living shit out of Devin at 135. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, Tank's
I
tough,
mean, because
man.
only because Devin would have had to fight him off. He'd have been looking like Bivol over there. You know what I'm saying? Throwing get off me punches, trying to keep. You know what I'm saying? Trying to keep Tank up off of him. So I mean, if he came in like in shape, like the Regis fight, Devin looked like he was in good shape. You know what I mean? Like
Yeah,
he was fit. He was fit to do the rounds. But with the Loma fight, and we could tell like yeah, he was. He could tell he was game, but he still looked small. You know what I'm saying? He looked
yeah.
like
He
a
didn't.
little.
He didn't look like he should have looked.
Come on,
Like
bro.
when he fought Regis, he looked very more comfortable at what he was doing.
And we could tell because what they say after the fight, he weighed 165 pounds.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So that was probably the most he's probably was able to gain for a fight. So that's probably why he looked that good because he looked like he had most of the energy that he depleted himself from.
And people. They love Regis. I rock with Regis too, though. But they be calling Devin Haney a rat and a snitch. What about Regis ratting into going talking about Devin Haney weighed this and he's still salty as hell about that loss to Devin Haney.
we got
Well,
to
He was
because
remember
he
he
not,
got
didn't
it because
get
the
treated
younger
like a
kid.
champion. That's the thing. He didn't get treated like a champion. And if you think about it, Regis Prograde is like a dude from the hood who nobody thought would do what he did. So I mean,
Yeah, I like Regis.
Then you go up against Richie Rich, and he beat you to death, and it's like, man, I gotta find something to say, man, because I had to say he a spoiled rich kid, and a
Yeah,
spoiled rich
I
kid.
rock with
He put
Regis
hands and
though.
feet on him. The little rich kid took his belt off. It was pretty bad.
Yeah, as the champion, he had to go. He had to go to go. You know, he had to go to the Golden State Warriors arena with Devin from Oakland and whatnot. So he was on. He was like a B-side champion. He didn't bring nothing to the table but his belt. So now that it's Devin is like damn near the face of boxing.
Oh my
Um,
God, B3! If you don't stop with the BS, bro,
no,
the
I'm
face
just
of
saying damn
boxing.
near. I mean damn near because everybody want to talk about him. You know what I'm saying? People want to talk about him more than they want to talk about anybody else in boxing.
Bro, he's never
Uh,
even sold 100. He never even sold 600,000 pay-per-views yet. You
I
cannot call him
mean,
the face of
I mean,
boxing,
you
man.
talk. I mean, do you talk? Who you talk? Do you talk about Devin Moore or Canelo?
Canelo.
Stop it, man. Stop it. You
That's a
try.
lie.
You put. You throw. You try to put an influx of Canelo in, but let's keep it a stat, nigga. All the controversy around is around Devin. For one, for years is because he was emailed the belt when Loma took the franchise. Then he had the Floyd Mayweather introduction into boxing. He had the sparring stories with Shakur, Tank, Ryan backstory with the three amateur wins, three amateur losses. So and then ultimately he ended up getting with Eddie Hearn, and Eddie Hearn kind of built him as good as best he could in this kind of market where Al Heyman's book of business kind of dominates the pay-per-view revenue and like the lion's share of like sports and entertainment. So when Devin is kind of you at a deficit not being with Al Heyman. Because
Yeah.
of course we know if Floyd would have got his hands on Devin, Devin would have been a way bigger star than he is now. So I mean that's just what it is. I mean
And the reason I can't say that, and I get it because, and that's why I like having you on the show, B3, because you'll get up here and you a lot of the people that backstory. Like you'll sit up here and you a lot of the people giving propaganda, and I love it. But if we being honest here, Devin Haney is Paulo Malignaggi 2.0, very skilled
stop it.
guy, a lot of natural talent. I think Devin really is benefited from a lot of his natural talent because Bill Haney doesn't know what he's doing. Bill Haney never fought, he never boxed, and I'll be honest with you, his biggest uh stunning growth is having his father in his corner for so long. Because Devin Haney does what he's told. And I seen a difference when you seen Ben Davison making out the training and all that. I mean, he just got to get with a real boxing trainer, and I guarantee you, Devin Haney would be everything we thought he could be.
Hey BVO, let me ask you this, and Prize, I want you to answer this too. Do y'all think that Ryan purposely missing the weight and using whatever banned substances that he used? Do you think that that helped him win the fight?
Absolutely
I would
not.
say yeah. I would say yeah. It's to give you an advantage for sure.
No, and I'm gonna tell you why. The thing is this. This is the thing you got to remember about Devin. You don't want to get late. BVO got to give you the real. The thing about Devin was never the best out of Shakur. He was never the best out of Tank. Shakur was the dominant one back when they was all fighting and
Well,
young.
but BVO, what
Oh,
that
let
got
me
to do
finish.
with the Ryan fight?
Let me
Yeah,
finish.
BBO always moves the goalposts.
Hold on, let
Yeah,
me
that's what
finish.
I'm saying.
Hold on, let me finish. This is what we finish. But what Devin was able to do, Devin doesn't have the most talent, but Devin's like Piccolo from Dragon Ball Z. He got the most understanding of who he is and knows how to maximize his skills. So what you seen with Devin Haney stayed focused, and if you notice, Devin Haney never veers from the game plan. So that's his strength. His strength is his hard work. But when it come down to it, a guy like Ryan, who was just God gifted like that, he's going to dominate you because the thing is, Devin can't be perfect. So guess what? Every time that left hand came, it was crash. It was crash because at the end of the day, Devin really didn't have a lot of the skills he would have had if he had a real trainer. I'm telling you, his dad is stunting his growth. I can't tell you how
But
good
you
Devin gonna
can't
be.
do that, BVO, because Devin has plenty trainers over the years and still
We talking
now
about a
Bill
solid
Bill
trainer, bro.
Bill is overseeing operations, but Devin has other people that know the sport, man. We can't act like Devin ain't been boxing since he was a little kid. We giving
But
him
Devin,
passes.
he has
We
been
giving
taught
Ryan
well.
BVO, because we're talking about somebody that's, like you would say, juice to the gills, and he went in there and he won four, and we're talking about 4 or 5 moments in a fight that changed the whole fight. So Devin could have still won that fight and moved past Ryan, but Ryan, he tainted the sport, he tainted the fight, because for one, he didn't honor a contract, and he purposely missed weight, and then he said he did it for an advantage. But then everybody's acting like they know what the fuck Osterin do in your system. What it does is, I'm sure he took whatever he needed to take in order to easily lose that weight that he went with, 15 extra pounds that week. So to easily lose that weight, and to make sure he kept most of himself, as much himself as possible, he used performance enhancing drugs. So doing those things, that led him to be able to compete at the level he competed at. That's my whole point. Like Devin, I feel like Devin was minus 800 money line. That ain't even no. You can't even make no money. You had to put $800 to win 100. What happened was Ryan cheated. Devin was about to beat the living shit out of Ryan, but Ryan, like you said, he landed probably like 3 or 4 moments in the fight. He was able to get it out. He threw only power punches. He ain't throw no jabs. He ain't set up nothing. He threw only hard shots. But that's because he knew, like
And
you
that's
said,
the thing, and that's what I said. That's what I said, B3. You wasn't listening, man, because I'm black. You don't got no respect for your brother. What I'm saying is very simple. You got to be honest, bro. Natural talent sometimes can't beat hard work. Devin is not the most talented guy in boxing, bro. He is very, very average athletically. He's very average power wise. He just is a very average dude. When you get in there with Ryan, has all the aesthetics of a great fighter. He's tall, he's long paws, powerful on both hands. I mean,
but you
sometimes it's
still
hard
got
to
to
beat.
put it
Hold on,
all
listen,
together
listen,
on
let me
fight
finish.
night.
It's hard to beat what God created sometimes. You can do that most of the time when you the bigger guy like you was versus Loma, or you the bigger guy like you was versus Linares. At the end of the day, one thing Devin has shown me is when he fights guys his size, he's not as dominant. He does better when he's fighting guys that he can be the night of the weight, night of the fight, be 20, maybe even 15 pounds bigger than. Because you think about them shots Loma was landing. What do you tell Loma? You too small. You too small. You can see him saying it from his mouth, bro. He was telling Loma, you too
I'm not
small, bro.
disagreeing with you, BBO. I'm not
Go ahead.
disagreeing with you at all. The only thing about with Ryan and that specific fight, he still cheated. So that's what I'm saying. Like, I can't give you I can't give you like the benefit of the doubt for one when you cheated the event, you cheated the fight in multiple ways, and then I'm supposed to say that you better than somebody. I don't know, because if you didn't cheat, maybe you didn't land the shots that you landed, or maybe your energy, or maybe you gassed out and he cracks you and stops you, or you know whatever the case may be. Anything can happen in a fight. So he still cheated, my nigga. I don't everybody wants to overlook that shit.
Yeah, it's crazy.
This dude literally is this nigga. Excuse me. This dude Devin Haney is so good that it took a 19-time amateur champion to purposely miss weight and then to pop positive for performance enhancing drugs to beat him, and then people gonna come in back and say, well, he
It
has a
don't
left hook.
matter if he didn't have it in
Come
his
on,
system or
bro.
not. He was gonna beat Devin anyway. We
Come
don't
on,
know
bro.
that.
They act like
This
he
the thing,
landed a
B3.
hundred.
Let me say this,
This
man, because we having a real conversation. I appreciate what you're saying. And like I said, B3 get on here and lie to the people. I got nothing but respect for him. This the thing. When you talk about Devin, Devin has shown you that he's the most focused. Devin, except for I guess he had unfortunately had a weapon in his car. He really has stayed out of trouble. He's dated women. You don't hear about him beating up nobody, grabbing nobody by their coat, dragging them out the arena. You don't hear about him driving crazy. Devin is really a good dude. I'm just trying to tell you, man. He's very, very average. And I'm telling you, when you're talking to listen, let me finish. Let me
yes.
finish.
Yes,
When you
I
see a
agree.
guy like Tio who's so much more athletic than him, it's tough. When Tank is punching so much harder than him, Ryan, think about it. Ryan is light years faster than him. And even Tank said it in when he fought Ryan. I was scared because I see him knocking everybody out. And guess who was getting knocked out? We seen the sparring wars, man. Ryan was whooping Devin's ass, man. He was known for whooping Devin's ass. I mean, let's not play like he
Prize,
wasn't.
they see another little 30-second clip of some
Yeah,
sparring, and then
it's
they try to
crazy.
say Devin getting his ass whooped.
It's
We already
crazy.
we already disproved, we already seen that's some bullshit. Bro, we seen Tank literally offer to take Ryan out on a date
Hold
after
on. We got
after
one
he
more.
did what he did.
Hey,
I
and
mean, he
all
looked like
that
a
shows.
young Bivol to me.
Now, all I can say is this. All I can say is this. And what that shows you is that Devin, the thing that Devin's superpower is two things. He can stick to a game plan, and he got the heart of a lion. Devin has no quit in him. Devin's like Deontay Wilder. You're going to have to unalive him to get him out that ring. But I'm trying to tell you, when you get in there with guys who are just better, I seen it with my favorite fighter, Deontay Wilder. There's nothing you can do about it. I seen Deontay he beat the black off Deontay. Beat him everywhere. I mean, it was nothing but chicken wings, watermelon everywhere. Coke 45 bottles everywhere when Tyson Fury was beating up on Wilder. You just got to be honest, man. Your guy don't have enough talent to say that he can do this and that. He really just got to
But he's
hope
already
like
done
hell.
it, DBO.
No, he didn't, bro.
He
He
already
fought.
beat ass.
He
He already
didn't.
beat ass. He
He
already
did.
he did beat ass. He already whipped the guys. What are you talking about? He a two
What
division
guy did
champ
he beat?
undisputed.
What guy did he beat other than Regis, who's probably one of the
He
weakest guys you
smashed
got on your
Regis.
resume?
He beat up Loma, and he beat the shit out of Linares. Come on, man.
I seen
10-2.
JoJo whooping Devin's ass.
10-2. 9-3. JoJo got his ass stepped on too. 9-3.
God.
Come on now.
We got to be honest, B3. I
And
understand you
the
light
brother's
skin.
record
We
is
got to be
31
honest.
and 0.
We got to be honest, man. Devin's good, bro, but we ain't seen him do some of the stuff we done seen Tank and Tio
Did
do.
Tio fight Linares?
No, he didn't fight Lennar, but he
Did he
fought
fight
Lomachenko when
JoJo? Did he
Lomachenko was
fight
young.
JoJo?
When he fought
Oh,
Lomachenko had
but
one loss when we went up against him.
yeah,
You
but
forgot about that?
he also had a shoulder injury, and he
He
was
was
out
out
of
of
the
the
ring for
ring 16
16.
months. What you mean
Yeah,
shoulder injury?
yeah, he
He was
had a shoulder injury when y'all fought him too.
he was out of the ring for 16 months. He was fresh
And
when we fought him. He was fresh.
he was ducking Haney when you fought him.
Oh my God, bro.
Did he take the franchise or not right before you fought
I don't know about that. He was out the ring for
him?
16 months and they stripped him. It happens, bro.
Yeah, because he wouldn't fight as mandatory.
I don't know, man.
He
I
ducked. He
just
ducked. These dudes ain't what he. These dudes don't want to fight Devin, bro. That's sad. That's sad that Tio conspired with the WBC to keep Devin away from the titles and stuff.
man.
They some sneaky little rats.
Man, you know what it is? Devin Haney didn't wait his turn. And that's
That he
the
stole
truth.
undisputed. He stole undisputed from
He
Tio.
didn't wait his turn. He's supposed to wait his turn. What you think,
I know
Probs?
they want the brother to wait in the back of the line and shit.
Yo, man. I don't know.
I know you over there. Dipped out, man. But I gotta say this, bro. I just gotta say, Devin is a great fighter. I think Devin will be remembered, and a lot of guys won't be remembered. I just think now the thing we got to do is get Bill Haney out of the corner. It's just that simple, bro.
Well, there's rumors that they said that Mickey Bay and somebody else is
And Freddie
taking over.
Roach. See, but I mean, who the fuck was Mickey Bay?
Come on now, don't be
Mickey
disrespectful.
Bay
Mickey Bay is nice.
he's a
He's a
good
former world champion.
and
Mickey
he's
Bay
very
got his ass
knowledgeable.
whooped every time he had a big fight. So stop
But he
the
was a
cap
former
here.
Mickey Bay was a former world champion. His career was marred in managerial issues dealing with TMT. So he actually whipped some ass in his career. But he fought Kambosos off a layoff and took a split decision loss. But Mickey Bay actually fighting 2 weeks. Mickey Bay will whip a lot of niggas' asses right now. Don't get it twisted. Mickey
Hey,
Bay can
Puerto
box.
Rican Free, you there?
Yeah, I'm here.
Hey, Free, look, can you please school this nigga, man, that Devin Haney is not the most talented. He's gonna struggle against these guys with more talent.
Who? No. That's not the argument. D Free. We was talking about. He tried to switch the argument. Nobody said Devin was more talented than To or Tank or Ryan. We were saying that the PEDs and Ryan purposely missing weight played a factor in his performance and winning the fight. Not necessarily. And then he was trying to say, well, Ryan is more God gifted than Devin, so he was always gonna win. But I'm like, that's bullshit because if you inadequately prepare for a fight, your ass can lose. But if you do stuff to intentionally help your performance, then I mean that's what you did. He won 4 or 5 moments in the fight. That won him the fight.
Yeah, I wouldn't say Ryan is more God gifted than Devin. Um, Ryan was blessed with power. That's about the only thing that I could say that he has over Devin. I don't think he's more skilled than Devin. He doesn't have better footwork. He doesn't have better boxing ability. So I mean, he just has more power.
Oh, that's like you swallowed a frog over there.
That's
Free. I couldn't
crazy.
Nah,
hear
you heard him perfectly, BVO. Cut that out, man.
Crazy.
And D Free 100% right. He got more power, and that's what he showed on the night when he touched when he got around that guard and he cracked that chin. He sat him down. I mean, that's
My
true.
man Victor said a hydrated Ryan would have been a better fight with Davis. I think Abdul Wahid purposely dried Ryan out, and I could never give Abdul Wahid credit for that fight because even though he won, he weight drained that kid, man. He just
Wait,
did.
Drain who?
I'm not
Ryan
gonna say
Garcia.
Howard's name.
I mean, if you say that, then you gotta say you don't give Oscar De La Hoya credit for the fights that he won when he put a rehydration clause on his opponent. You gotta say you don't give
You only
Canelo
put a
credit.
rehydration clause on Tito.
You gotta say you don't give Canelo credit for the fights that he put rehydration clause on those individuals that he did. You gotta say that for everybody that gave somebody a rehydration clause. If that's what you're gonna say about Tank Davis, that's the problem that I have with a lot of people. They willing to say one thing for one person, but when it goes the same way for somebody else, they don't want to look at it that way. They want to say, "Oh no, it was different." No, you got to keep it consistent across the board. If you say it for one, that's fine, but you got to make sure you say it for all of them.
I think the thing that you're missing is, and we know B3 is missing is, at the end of the day, I just don't see Devin beating Ryan. It don't matter. It don't matter what you do. He's not going to beat him, man. It just don't seem like it's possible.
Well, I mean that remains to be seen. If they fight again, and Ryan is clean and he doesn't have anything in his system, and Ryan wins, then Ryan wins. If Devin wins, Devin wins. So that remains to be seen.
Man, BVO is a straight hater. He hates the black man. Ryan is gonna get his ass whipped by Devin. If they line it up,
when we see him eat Devin's best punch,
we gonna see. Yeah, because he was juiced to the gills. Let him make weight. Let him make weight, and let him not use performance enhancing drugs to make sure that he's able to fight, and then we'll see. But I seen Ryan get his body crumbled by Luke Campbell, and Luke Campbell is not a big puncher. So Devin is a true champion. He maybe is a little bit he underestimated Ryan, but I think more so he overestimated himself because he didn't try to dehydrate Ryan. He even fought him after he purposely missed weight.
well, he got paid for that. So stop bringing that up, bro. He got paid for that.
Yeah, but he didn't have no choice. He didn't have no choice. That's just
He
what
did have
happens
a
in
choice. He had
boxing
to take the fight. Ain't
when
nobody
your
make
A
him take the
side
fight.
when an A side purposely misses weight. There's never been a B side in history to call off a pay-per-view event. So at the end of the day, he took what he had to take in that situation, and then he kept fighting. He didn't cry and bitch about it. And after he got his ass whooped, he said he wanted a rematch. So he didn't this whole thing about Ryan and shit crying about the loss or whatever. It didn't happen until everybody found out that Ryan cheated even more so with performance enhancing drugs. So, I mean, Devin is really that dude to have a 19-time amateur champion who, quote unquote, didn't cheat Tank,
Mm-hmm.
but had to cheat him on the weight and use performance enhancing drugs. I mean, that just shows you that Devin is really that dude, and that's why Leonard Ellerby, he said that Tank can make 130. In a conversation about him fighting Devin, or people
I'm gonna
asking him
tell you
about
this.
fighting Devin. That's
There's
crazy.
no doubt. There's no
That's
doubt what you're saying
crazy.
true to some extent. We know that Tank and his team have been ducking Devin. I'm just saying, let's not play like if they were to fight, there's a big chance that Devin could go to bed. He could go to bed, man. And if he goes to bed now, I think it'll ruin his career, man. I'm
But
telling
that,
you.
but that, but who don't? But they don't. Do they believe that though?
I don't.
Because we seen versus Ryan that you gonna have to damn near. I mean, you gonna have to hit him with a damn kitchen sink to stop him. So the boy. I mean, you
He got a
think that's what I'm
chance.
saying, and we already seen what Coach Calvin said about Shakur. He ain't gonna let them do what he do. Now Devin, he's not. He's a different fighter than Shakur, but it's the same principle. You talking about boxers, Black American boxers. That's gonna give this that could potentially give Tank trouble in the sense that they not there to be hit.
Yeah.
But people think that Ryan has different dimensions and Ryan cheated. Let's not get it twisted. So that just because Ryan did something in a cheating capacity, that don't mean that Tank could do that or would do that to Devin. But I don't believe in that triangle theory shit.
Only thing I will say that kind of sucks is that I'm just surprised that Tank kind of stood with Ryan, like you said, asked him to go out to dinner and all that. I thought that was real corny, man. You can't hate a brother that bad that you want to, hang out with a racist and a dude who says he don't like nothing about you. I mean,
Extremely corny, bro. But see, Tank with that win, with that supposed win, it got people wouldn't even ask about. It's easy to push Devin to the side at that point.
well,
You
let me
see
ask
what
you
I'm
this.
saying?
I want to ask you guys something because everybody's back here. What did you guys think about Obama's statements and saying you ain't black if you don't vote for Kamala Harris?
Well, when you look at everything that Donald Trump has done his last term in office and everything that he's saying in this campaign, and then you look at what Kamala Harris is doing, um, it kind of makes you wonder, if you black, why are you voting for Trump? Why are you voting for him if you black and you claim you for black people and this and that? Because I know people say, "Oh, Trump ain't do this, Trump ain't do." Y'all gotta actually read up and do your research on Donald Trump. There's a lot of things that people say Donald Trump didn't do, or Donald Trump is this and he's for black people. Y'all gotta go back and do your actual research and read up on everything that he's doing. Donald Trump is not what y'all believe that he is. He's not. It's a bunch of smoke and mirrors, and a lot of y'all falling for it. A lot of y'all falling for it.
Go ahead, Beef. I think you about to say something next.
Man, I'm not with all. I didn't really hear what Obama said. I know, I heard that he was kind of disparaging black men. I'm not for all the pro-Trump stuff. I think some of the stuff he says has some valid and merit, but him as a person, he lacks a lot of integrity. So I kind of gotta be mindful of those type of things. But with Obama, he gotta watch himself. You know, he gotta make sure that he's not like pandering to a certain audience by coming against black men, because like a young lady I was listening to on, it was either NBC or CBS, and she was saying that 80% of black men voted for Clinton. You know, they got 80% of the black men vote. Clinton did, Hillary Clinton, and only 30, and Hillary Clinton only got 37% of the white man vote. So for Barack to be kind of disparaging black men, it kind of looks crazy when black men have always supported the Democratic candidates, including the women. So
I think what it is with Obama is he's an elitist. And I think he's one of the best retail politicians we ever had. I mean, and I say this all the time. Obama's like Ronald Reagan. He's so loved that people forget that he's an asshole. Um, to me, he just said what any bourgeois nigga who's out of touch would say. If you don't do what I think you should, if you don't do what I say do, then not this or that. At the end of the day, black wealth plummeted under Obama's watch 12 years ago. Obama was really horrible for black wealth. I mean, we just got to call it what it is. We got nothing from his being president. We came out in record numbers and got nothing. And the only thing you can really hang your hat on with Obama was that he was black. And I'm gonna try to tell you this, man. It's not about what people say, it's about what they do. And for me, Obama has done nothing but try to disrespect and denigrate black men at every opportunity. And I'll tell you this, man, to hell with him, man. And I'll be honest, man, it kind of made me want to vote. It kind of made me want to go with Trump just to spike that piece of trash, man. Because I don't know who the hell he think he is, man. Like, I don't know who he think he is, bro. I'm so tired of these like bourgeois niggas think they can talk to the working man like we ain't shit, man. Fuck you and your money. You know what I mean? It's just that simple, bro. And maybe I'm wrong for thinking that way, but dudes who got money act like they can't lose their life too, bro.
It's absolutely wrong if you read, because if you looking at it that way, because like I said, you looking at it as somebody telling you what to do instead of looking at exactly what he is saying. And like I said, what he is saying is do your research on Trump. And after you do your research on Trump, how can you be a black man and still vote for him? How can you be a black man and still vote for somebody who literally he does you that they claim that black people shouldn't be able to do? And anything stuff that Trump get away with? If he was a black man, if that was Barack Obama doing the same thing that Trump is doing, Barack Obama wouldn't even be allowed to run for president. He wouldn't even be allowed to run. This man literally has 37 convictions of felony charges. 37 convictions. Not 37 cases that's pending. He's been convicted for 37 counts of felony. And some people say, "Oh, well, you got to look at what the charges are." Yeah, you look at what the charges are. It might not sound like it was anything, but they were bad enough to be a felony charge. It was bad enough to be a felony charge. It wasn't a misdemeanor. It wasn't a slap on the wrist or probation. It was a felony charge. This man literally, the stuff that he say, I mean, like I said, if he was a black person, the stuff that Trump would say, he would get criticized. He would get crucified. He would get crucified. They would definitely call any black person saying what Trump say a racist. Anyone.
And I feel what you're saying, Free. But my thing is this: this is what it boils down to. And I'm gonna just be honest here. For somebody like me or you, who came from the projects, and we talking about, and I mean, you take it lightly probably, but to come out of those projects where there's almost no hope to be able to live the way you live now, or live the way I live now, I think that's an accomplishment in itself. But then to have a bourgeois nigga who had everything handed to him wag his little finger at you and say, "You better do what I say, boy." I mean, the biggest enemy to the black man and woman is the white liberal and the Sambo black dude who got our back. When I see Obama even from Kenya, I don't see a friend. I see a dude who will do anything he can to make he's like the black dude. I don't know if you guys ever worked for a company and you're the only black person there. He's the guy who gets mad when they hire another black man or black woman into the job because he like the power, so to speak, of being the only black person in the house or in the establishment. And I'm trying to tell you, man, the dude is evil. He dropped more bombs than any president in U.S. history. So this is the same dude wagging his finger, and they loved him so much they gave him a Nobel Peace Prize, and all he did was spread more war, more fights. He actually increased how many troops we had in Afghanistan, bro. I mean, when we gonna talk about what's real, man, Obama has no love for blacks, man. He doesn't.
How do you say that? And everything you give credit to Trump for, it was brought through by Barack Obama. Barack Obama started it. All of that letting people out of prison, Barack Obama passed that daggone law. Barack Obama passed the law. It just didn't come to pass until Donald Trump was in office. Y'all keep giving Donald Trump stuff that Barack Obama did. He did it.
Jones did that though. Van Jones did that. That wasn't Obama. Van Jones is the one that sat with Trump and came up with the what was that, the criminal justice bill that made it where they can't hold funnies against you in government jobs. I'll give you that. Obama did try to get that done, but he didn't do it. He didn't do it, Free. You can't give him credit for what he didn't do.
No, you talking about stuff that he didn't have control of. When you have the House is in favor of the Republicans, you think they're going to let everything that the Democrats want to come through pass? No, they're not going to let everything they want to come through pass. But when there's a Republican get in office and they come up with the same exact thing that he had already tried to start, and they get it passed, you got to look at what the play is. They didn't want him to get the credit for it. This stuff, that's why I said y'all got to do your research. They didn't want him to get the credit for it. Just like the whole Barack Obamacare. They said they took away Barack Obamacare. All they did was take away his name off the daggone care. It's the same exact health care as it was with Barack Obama. All you got to do is read the research. Read it. It's the same exact same thing.
I'm just saying.
All of this stuff that he said he did, Barack Obama had already put it in play. He had already put it in play.
If you want to say, and I'll be the first one to admit this, Obama's slow and steady economy really set the stage for Trump to be successful because all he had to do was spend the money and heat the economy up, and the growth was going to be instantaneous. I mean, you can never imagine that COVID would happen where it happens every 100 years. And don't get me wrong, Obama tried to warn Trump about that. Trump didn't understand how important it was to fight against biological war or to fight against something like a outbreak and things of that nature. I think this is my thing. I'm not trying to take anything from Obama, but why does he have to dog us? He doesn't berate or disrespect any other voting bloc but the black. Why is the black man always the punching bag for people, man? F you, man. Why we always got to be the punching bag, whether it's in our lives, whether it's on our jobs? Free. You know what it's like to be the black dude who's always got to be the best, the most buttoned up, always do the right thing. We almost can't make no mistakes, bro. It's crazy, man.
I mean, at some you act like Brock was the first one to do it. At some point, you gotta look at yourself and say, hey, let me step back and look at and try to figure out why he's saying what he's saying. What am I doing to make him say what he's saying? And then you do the research and say, hold up, either you're gonna prove him wrong or you're gonna be like, you know what, he's right. What he's saying is right. You gotta look at what he's saying. Y'all just looking at, oh, he's telling us what to do. No, you gotta look at what he's saying, and then go back and do your own research. You gotta do your own research. A lot of people just going with what somebody else say. They here get a Donald Trump have black people on his team. They're put in place for a reason, to draw in the black voters. They know the black voters are the most powerful voters. That's how Barack got in office, because of the black voters, or the African American, or the minority. However you want to look at what we are. That's the reason why Barack got put in office, because they never had a turnout from our race the way they did when Barack Obama was fighting for the presidency.
I mean, he won in landslide, man. I mean, Obama.
You just gotta look at it. Like, most people, they hear somebody say it and they just run with it. Most people don't do the research. He's a high official in that party. He must know what he's talking about. But nobody go out and do their own research to find out if he's telling the truth or not. You just take his word for it and run with it. Oh, well, he said this. But did you look it up and see if it was actually true, or you just took his word for it because he's in that position?
I mean, this is the thing I'm saying, Free. Only in our community do we see the elders always being so disrespectful. I'd have been out to places, I'm gonna be honest with you. I'd have been out to places, I'm younger, and you should see the looks that the old blacks give us. It's almost like, what is he doing here? Why is he here? And it's like, I feel like a lot of the old blacks be jealous, especially because their kids wasn't able to make the decisions I made. And it's like, you don't get no credit for the work you didn't put in. How come you never hear anybody ever praise black men for doing what we doing? They said the millennials, which is like guys my age. I think you're a millennial too, Free. They said millennials. Go ahead.
Go ahead. No, go ahead.
They said millennials spend 3 times the amount of time with their children than their past generation. So Generation X and the baby boomers, they didn't spend as much time as we do with our children. They didn't do it. So what I'm saying, where is the love? Where is the props for what we are doing? That's all I'm saying, Free.
Well, I think see that's why I think a lot of people are a lot, and I'm not just talking about black people. I'm talking about people in general.
Yeah.
That's where I say a lot of people are too sensitive about what everybody thinks of me. I don't pay attention to what nobody think of me. Like when you go to a place and you say, and people look at it like, what are you doing? I don't see none of that because I don't pay attention to that. If I'm going somewhere, I'm going to where I'm going, and I'm gonna have me a good time. Me and my wife, me and my kids, whoever I'm with, we're gonna have a good time. I don't pay attention what the next man think of me because I know what I'm doing with myself. I know how my family look at me. I know how my friends look at me. I don't pay attention to what everybody else thinks. A lot of people are so caught up of what somebody else thinks instead of just doing instead of you just doing what you know is right and what you know to take care of yourself and your family. You're so busy worried about what the next man thinks. I think a lot of people, Americans in general, are too damn sensitive. They're too damn sensitive. You can't say this. You can't do that. You can't look like this. You can't look like that. Everybody's so damn sensitive. Back in the days, it was You tell a person the truth, and it won't hurt their feelings. Now it's like you can't be blunt about the truth. You gotta be sensitive to their feelings. What happened to telling me the truth? Don't lie to me. Tell me the truth. Now you want people to lie to you.
I wouldn't say that, Free. I'm just saying I just don't understand why he had to go in on us. He always going in on blacks, man. I just don't understand.
I mean, you represent the same culture that he's from. Barack Obama came from the hood too. Don't act like Barack Obama was born with a silver spoon in his mouth. That man came from the hood too. That man from the streets of Chicago. He came from the hood too. So you got to that man had to get it from the mud, and he got himself to where he's at now on his own. He wasn't giving that stuff. That man worked. That man went to school, got good grades, and got a college education, and decided he wanted to be in politics. He decided he wanted to be in politics. He did it from the mud. He wasn't giving anything. He worked for it. But you're from the same culture that he's from. You're from the same ethnic group that he's from. So when he look at his people out here talking about blacks for Trump, he's like, what? Do y'all really know what this man is about? Y'all sitting here talking about blacks for Trump. Y'all don't even know what this man is about. So he's not saying it directly to you. He's saying it to the people that's sitting out here saying blacks for Trump. He's saying it to those individuals.
Well, let me ask you this though, Free. We always have known Trump to be with the blacks. Like, what changed?
Dog, you can be with whoever you want to be. That doesn't mean that you like them. You can be with whoever you want to be. It doesn't mean you like them. Dog, I know a lot of people that be with people just to hide their identity. They want to disguise what they truly are. That's why you have people that they say, "Oh, those are Uncle Toms," or those are coons, because they black or whatever, but deep down they have some type of hidden agenda. So they're gonna disguise who they really are. So just because you see them take pictures with black people, now do you know that there's a lot of serial killers that was good individuals. You talk to their neighbors and all that. They was good individuals. They hide their identity for a reason. They had a hidden agenda. They were serial killers, but their neighbors and them, they were like, "Oh, that was the nicest young man I ever known. I never knew he was like that."
Yeah, that is true. I just say this, man. It just gets so old to where you always see somebody going at black people, man. It just get old. That's all.
I mean, you're gonna always have somebody going at black people because there's always going to be hatred towards one race versus another race. There's always going to be jealousy from one race to another race, whoever it may be. It's always going to happen because everybody believes that their race is better or their race is, I mean, I ain't gonna say everybody. Most people believe that their race is better or whatever. So when you have that belief, instead of just looking at people for who they are, a person, instead of looking at them as a race, if you look at them as a person, you'll judge them according to their personality instead of judging them according to the stereotype. And that's what it is. Most people are so quick to look at the stereotype and say, "Oh, well, those guys are like that because of what the stereotypes say," instead of actually sitting down and talking to that individual and realizing, "Oh shit, he ain't nothing like what they say they are." That's why they always say, never judge a book by its cover, because you look at somebody and think that because of the stereotype until you actually really sit down and talk to them and realize they're not even like that. They just dress the way they dress because of the neighborhood they grew up in, the environment that they was around. That's the only thing that they knew about. They didn't know about wearing khakis and polo shirts. They only knew about wearing jeans and and Tim boots or Air Force Ones and hoodies and stuff like that. They only knew about that. They didn't know about all of that other stuff because it's the environment that they was grew up around.
All I'm saying is this, Free. I get what you're saying, but the thing that I think that you're missing on what I'm saying is I just don't understand the need to be always so like wagging your finger at us. And I'm tell you, man, Obama's an elite. I get it. You know, he's made his money from doing different things that he's done. And I just say I just wish he could understand a lot of young black men need somebody that loves and cares about them. Whenever you ever heard Obama say, "You know what, I love you, brothers, and I'm praying for you"? You never heard that, but you heard the minister say that. You heard Brother Malcolm say that. You heard Uncle Elijah say that. So what I'm saying is this: I think Obama does not want to lead young black men. I think he just wants to direct them and tell them what to do, and not really love and cultivate that relationship because since he left office, man, he comes in almost as like the Ghostbuster. They think when Obama comes, yes, we can, and all that. But at the end of the day, bro, we need people who actually love and care about our kids, about our futures. Because at the end of the day, the black man and woman don't want nothing different than anybody else. We want to be respected and be able to enjoy our lives, man. It's just that simple.
Yeah.
That's it. Free. We not asking for nothing crazy. Free. We want to. I want to grow. I want to make. Even if I don't live in the best neighborhood, if I'm working every day and I'm paying my rent, I want to make sure I'm not seeing people shooting up needles in my yard. I want to make sure my kids not worried about gun violence, man. Because when I was a kid, there was no gun violence like that. When I was a kid, we went to the swimming pools and played cards. I had a community, and I'm trying to tell you, Free, is getting worse and worse and worse. And the last thing we need is some bourgeois nigga coming up telling us what we ain't doing. That's all I'm saying. Free. That's it.
Hey, BBO, you made a good point, right? You said back when you were younger, right? It wasn't a lot of guns. So I'm a few years older than you.
Well, don't say.
I'm gonna second that emotion,
weapons.
right?
I didn't mean to say the G word.
Right, but I agree with you, and that's the thing because see, back when I was younger, you stayed in a lane that was your lane. They weren't playing you wasn't all over the place. Sure. And then, like how they say it takes a village to raise it. It takes a whole village to raise a child. Back then, that's how it was. And even with our peers, people that's around our age, if I knew you was the type of kid that was cool, but you wasn't into hot wiring cars, but that's my twist, I'm not going to have you in that lane. I'm not trying to turn you on to it. But I'm going to help you stay in the lane that you need to be in. Because at the end of the day, neither one of us should want to be a burden for someone else's bad choices. Then if you're going to be held accountable for leading someone on, I'd rather be accountable for leading on a good example, not leading someone to wind up going to jail, being on drugs, selling drugs, turning to a murder, things like that. To whereas you had substance back then, even with the gangsters back then, which none of these people are gangsters today. They got the definition mixed up. But what's wrong with our people? What's wrong with Black Americans? Because just in my opinion, no such thing as an African American. You're not from two different continents, okay? But for Black Americans, here's the whole thing. There's no way that we should be thinking whenever someone that's the same shade as us is going to ever be able to do anything for us. What are y'all, crazy? Y'all forget the White House are descendants of the colonizers and the people that abducted your so-called descendants. Y'all forget this was colonized. The story says your peoples was brought here. They tell you you're not originally from here. That's what they say. But how can you have trust, Black Americans, in a system that was built not to work for you, but to work against you? And then what makes you think when someone of the beautiful same shade as yourself is going to be in place and be the HNINC, that only exists on the streets, baby. They would never, and they never did put a so-called Negro in office to be in charge of anything. And then when they did, which wasn't too many, you had to learn the hard way that this Negro ain't the Negro you thought he was. Is everybody with slanted eyes Chinese? No. Okay? Let that sink in. Chuck D said it the best. Every brother ain't a brother. Just because he's the same shade as you doesn't mean y'all are the same. And we are not the same as those Africans. You are not. Those people are naturally from there. They mama, they papa, they whole family tree. You're not. You let someone put a title on you that wasn't even on you. The title African American is younger than me, the name. You can't be from two different continents if neither one of your parents was from two different continents. And you still not from there. You're from where you was born at. But when in your family history, yours, have anyone told you, your great-grandma, anybody told you about any of your so-called African roots? Most likely, if they didn't tell you, they don't even know. And most likely because you don't have any. Y'all got to stop thinking this craziness. The only way that someone, real quick, BBO, the only way that someone of the same as you as a Black American that's going to be able to get in charge is when it ain't no more white man in charge. Know that. They own the majority of the house. No one is coming to save you. No one. So even with this so-called woman, y'all keep calling everybody black. She's not black. She's not black. You don't know what black is. Y'all keep on trying to throw everything on black. Oh, she's brown, so that means she's black. She's from India. India. Look at her mother. They don't recognize as black. You can't make everything black.
Right.
Because the only thing that's black is that black tint and that screen, people. Yeah. You're never going to get anyone in charge, in place to do anything and to save you. What did Obama do? Not a damn thing. For you so-called Black Americans. He didn't do anything at all. Trayvon Martin Killer was running around. And this is a man y'all say is the same as you. So why nothing happened to George Zimmerman? Oh, once again, under this man's administration, who is not black, Africans, the people on that continent, don't consider themselves that. They don't use a color code, you morons. You impersonators, acting like that y'all more African than the people that's actually from this continent and from those different countries. Yeah, countries, meaning their tribe. Stop the nonsense. Get up out the matrix. Wake up. They not putting no Negro in office to run anybody. Because they put a Negro in office to make sure they look out for you, that mean that Negro gonna be running everybody else. Mic drop, leave that dream alone. Don't care who you vote for. Y'all better know the truth. This is just facts. What has it done for you lately? And then they come and use y'all. They use it just like a condom. You only can use a condom once. Once you jizz in it, you got to put another one on. And y'all fall for the okie doke every damn time. And then want to get mad when we be trying to tell y'all what's really hit. So hot to what's really going on. Because you're never, ever going to have an HNIC in charge, because this system was not built to put an HNIC in charge to be the savior of his damn people. Remember that White House is descendants of the colonizers that took away from your peoples. What is wrong with y'all?
Yeah,
I can't make it no
I see. This is the thing. Like, I hear a lot of people saying, because we're the same complexion or we from the same race, that you're my brother or whatever, and that dude is not your brother. No, all of y'all are from the same race. everybody on this goddamn planet is from the same race. It's called the human race.
It's only
We're all
one
from the
race.
same
Thank you,
race.
D Free. It's only one race, the human race. Thank you, D Free.
We all from the same race. I just went to a cookout with my wife for her family on her mother's side. No, do you know at that cookout there were black people, quote unquote, there were Spanish people, there were white people, and there were Asian people. All of them were her family. And I ain't talking about married into the family. I'm talking about actual blood family. They were her family. So when we say, oh, because you're black, you're my brother. No, because you're human, you're my brother or you're my sister. Because you're human. And the people that y'all claim that y'all don't want this racism and people is out here going this race versus that race. Well, when you start speaking about blacks, whites, Asian, Mexicans, Latinos, Spanish, whoever y'all want to put in the mix, when y'all start speaking to them as a group, that's where y'all bringing in race instead of you just talking to them as a people in general. When you speaking to a certain group, y'all sitting here and putting race as a factor and just speak instead of just speaking to them as a group of people, period. Because anytime you say you should do this because you're black, you are speaking literally saying because you're black, you are obligated to do something. No, I'm not. The only thing I'm obligated to do is raise my kids and take care of my family. I'm not obligated to do anything because of my skin color. I'm not obligated to do anything because of my skin color. Especially if you are a Christian, you already know everybody is your brother and sister. Everybody. If you're a Christian and you quote unquote believe in God, if you believe in God or you are a Christian, I'm not even gonna say you're a Christian. If you believe in God, everybody is your brother and sister. Everybody. So when you start talking about race, you single out another ethnic group to be better than another ethnic group instead of just speaking to them in general. That's why I call Case Avoy my brother all the time.
All the time.
We know Case Avoy is white, but he's my brother.
You know, it's
shit.
funny.
I mean, it's
my bad. Go ahead, Free. My bad. Go ahead.
No, I'm done. Go ahead.
No, I was just saying it's funny you said it because I remember when I was young, man. I used to work at a grocery store, and I was talking to another black guy. I'm like, and an old white dude was up there and he said, were you asking me something? I said, no, I was talking to my brother. He said, all men are brothers, and walked away. And to this day, I've learned, man, all men are brothers. So I call everybody brother, man. And it's funny because some little old man made me feel so bad about, making a distinction. I'm not talking to you, I'm talking to my brother. So it's very important, like you said, Free, not to get caught up in the BS, man. It's very important.
Yeah, I mean, a lot of people wanna throw black and white and all that stuff just to you basically putting down another race because they're not the same race as you want to quote unquote say. They're not the same race as you. So you basically saying it's almost like being in a gang or being from a certain neighborhood. Well, if you're not from this neighborhood, you can't hang out with these dudes. Or if you're not in this gang, you can't hang out with those dudes. If you're blood, you can't hang out with Crips. Or you can't hang out with the VDs and stuff like that. That's a gang. Since when a race is a gang? If you are human, I can hang out with anybody I want to as long as we get along. Now we don't get along, and I'm not gonna hang out with you.
Exactly.
Hey, and you know what it is, Free? One thing you said that was pretty powerful, man, and I'm gonna do some research and we're gonna have some topics about it. But when you scared to tell somebody the truth, that's a dangerous thing when you can't tell somebody the truth, man. And shout out to my Puerto Rican Freak for bringing that up because I forgot about that. You know, my grandma tell you the truth, man. Flat-footed, whether you like it or not, she'll tell you exactly what the truth was, and it's very important to have that because that gives you a real compass on what you got to work on. You know, there was
a lot of people say, tell me the truth. They really don't want to know the truth. They really don't. Because when you tell them the truth, oh, you hurt my feelings. Well, you told me to tell you the truth. It's just like when you talking to your wife and your wife putting on a little bit of weight and she asks you, how do I look in this dress? And that dress is a little too tight on her. And she like, tell me the truth, how I look in this dress. Oh, you look all right. You ain't gonna tell her the truth because if you tell her the truth, you gonna hurt her feelings. And that is gonna ruin the whole fucking night. You ain't gonna tell her the truth. So I mean, it just a lot of people say, oh, you gotta tell me the truth. Yeah, I tell you the truth when I know you can handle the truth. If I know you can handle it, then I tell you. If I know you can't handle it, I'm not gonna tell you the truth. I'm just gonna avoid the question altogether. I'm not gonna lie to you, but I'm gonna avoid the question altogether.
Right. Hey man, the whole thing is y'all got to let this stuff go, man. I'm telling the truth. What the hell I'm getting paid? What I'm alive for? I don't get paid to lie. I'm telling the damn truth. It is what it is. If you take it the wrong way, you take it the wrong way. That's on you. That's the hell on you.
Now, yeah. When I'm talking to my friends, I'm gonna tell you the truth. But if I'm talking to my wife, there's certain things I'm gonna hold back on because I know it's gonna mess up my whole goddamn night if I say what I really want to say.
You're not gonna lie, D-Free. You just ain't gonna tell the whole truth. That's not lying. At least you
exactly. I'm not gonna lie. I'm gonna hold back. I'm gonna hold back on some things because I know it's gonna mess up my whole damn night if I say what I really want to say. And I mean, it's vice versa. Women do it to their husbands too. It's not just the men doing it to the wife. The women do it to their husband too.
But
they might see that man getting a little out of shape. Oh, baby, you still look good. Knowing damn well that goddamn sweatsuit is a little too tight. You should be giving it to your son instead of you wearing that shit.
Brother should give it to
you. You're like, baby, you sharp as a bug. No, you not.
See,
your ass outside wondering why everybody looking at you crazy because you got a goddamn sweatsuit on, looking like daggone home with a clown.
Listen,
like, man, you could have told me this joint was tight on me. Well, I thought you would know. You the one was in there. Someone you gotta unbutton your pants.
Listen, I ain't gonna let my woman walk outside knowing that I'm her first eye test, knowing something don't look right on her. Because when we go out that door, even if she go out by herself with her friends, she's representing the both of us. So now I ain't gonna lie to her. Now she going out there with her girlfriends. She got her confidence and all up because a man had told her something and he done lied to her. That means then she got to find out that
the way you get around that, she be like, "Babe, how I look at that? Oh, it's all right, but I like this one better.
Hey,
I like this one look better on you right here.
D-Free, I do it all the time.
This one right here look better on you.
And it works.
I don't even like that color. This one right here look better. I don't even like that color. That's not my color. I don't like that color.
Okay.
You don't like it? I ain't saying it's a bad outfit. I just don't like the color. Nah, you might want to go with this one right here.
We're gonna give y'all $1 trillion worth of game for free. All right, fellas. All right, make sure your ladies ain't listening right now, right? Just like D-Free said. First of all, know your woman's style. Don't think you ain't got to know your woman's style. Learn her style and her taste. It would take you a long way. So when in situations like that, like D-Free said, which I would add on to, no, I like this better on you. Now, even though she might be going for a certain style, but if you know her style, you know how to flip it. You know what I'm saying? No, this one look better on you. And she's going to do what? Take heed. Because she knows her man knows before everybody else, because this is the first one that got to see her before she walks out the door. Know your woman's taste and style, man. Get into that. That ain't corny. You better.
Yeah, y'all gotta put a little sauce on it.
Put a little sauce on
it. This one right here. This one right here, babe. Boy, I'm telling you, you gonna be turning heads. You put this outfit on. You want to really kill him? put this one on right here. This one right here gonna have everybody watching you. She was like, oh, you for real? I'm about to kill him with this one. you gotta flip it.
Gotta flip it. I pulled the Jedi mind trick out one time. I said, no, put this one on. Cause this gonna have everybody looking. I said, even the people I don't even want to get a double look of you, is going double look. The attention I don't even want you to get, but since you want attention, go and put that on. Oh yeah. Put it on. Yeah. She be happy. When she come home,
But I just think a lot of people, they just gotta like I said, it's the world, especially the United States. I'm not even talking about no other countries because I don't live in no other country. But in the United States, we are so damn sensitive about every damn thing. Everything. You can't say this. You can't do that. We too sensitive. Everybody want to be politically correct. Nigga, I just want to be correct. Fuck politically. Yeah. I just want to be correct. I ain't got time to be politically correct because I ain't in politics. I just want to be correct.
Exactly.
So, I mean, I hate having to watch my words because of certain individuals around. Well, y'all might need to get the fuck from around me then. I shouldn't have to watch my words because y'all around. Get the fuck from around me. Because I'm gonna speak how I want to speak, regardless of who around. Now, I might change up my language, but I'm gonna speak how I want to speak. I was talking to my man Clarence, and he was like, D-Free, you gonna crack on homeless people? Dog, the key word is people, dog. I don't discriminate who I crack on. No, from a child to an old ass senior citizen, I'ma crack jokes on whoever. If I see you and you look funny, I'ma crack jokes. I don't care if you handicap or not. I don't care if you're handicapped or not. I'ma crack jokes. Handicapped people will tell you in a heartbeat, don't treat me no different. I'm human. Don't treat me different.
And guess who do the most roasting, everybody? The old people. They do more roasting than anybody.
Hell yeah.
Man, you look at that
an old person to crack on a person in a heartbeat.
Gee, look at her.
Dog, I'm gonna tell you how you know an old person a crack. Show an old person an ugly baby photo. I guarantee you they be like, oh, what's wrong with her?
Yeah, all
what's
the time.
wrong with that baby?
Yo, listen, real quick, y'all. I got a funny one since you said that, D-Free. Yo, my grandma, the oldest matriarch in the family, she is 90 years old. Man, maybe about 15 years ago, no bullshit, right? One of my ex-girlfriends came past. Grandma knew it. It was one of her favorite girlfriends of mine when I was younger. Make a long story short, she came past to show me her grandbaby. And I just happened to be over at grandmom. So, the grandbaby, listen, y'all, grandbaby ugly than a motherfucker. Y'all hear me? She ugly than excuse my language. I'm being honest. Baby look like it need to be pushed back into the semen. Not the woman. Don't put that seed back in the batch. Matter of fact, throw that seed, I'll get another one. So anyway, she goes in, hi, Miss So-and-so. I ain't seen you in a long time. That's your baby? She said, no, that's my grandbaby. Ain't she so cute? My grandma said, excuse me. She said, you're cute. She said, you're cute, baby. You know, you always, she said, but that grandbaby of yours is nowhere cute. I'm sorry. Break your heart. Grandbaby. She said, you're gorgeous. You're still gorgeous. She said, but that grandbaby, I'm not. She looks nice, but she ain't pretty. And you know what? Yeah. She already knew my grandmother, right? So she didn't snap. But when she went back and told her daughter what my grandma said, she cried for like 2 hours. Mr. Carly, you ain't here. Your mama ain't here. I said, well, take this up with your mother. Because she told you that your daughter, her grandbaby, was gorgeous. And she got every right to think that her grandbaby is gorgeous in her eyes. Doesn't mean it's going to be in everybody else's eyes. But them old folks that tell you in a heartbeat, they roast people all day. Look at her, she thinks she hot stuff. Hey, I'm butt too big for them damn pants. I wouldn't be man. They roast people. They roast us all day. Everybody younger than us.
Hey, speaking of that, Crush, I remember one time my aunt she had lost a few pounds, and she was all excited to tell my granny. My granny said, she said, hey, Granny G, I lost all this weight. And my granny said, if you turn around, you'll find it.
Oh, woo! I love to be around your grandma.
Man, my baby said
stuff.
that it's so. She said it's so calm and cool. It was just crazy. She used to like to walk with her hands behind her back. She had little hands behind her back. I guess that made her, her posture a little bit better. And it used to make me laugh because she did that so smooth. Like, yeah, if you turn around, you'll find it.
Now that's what that's one of that's one of the coolest, dopest things I ever heard, man.
Yeah, my grandma was the best, man. I gotta tell this last one time I was at church, I was asleep. I was knocked out. I had been up all night, came to church. And my grandma said, you a little sleepy there, huh, son?
Yeah. They not gonna hold no punches.
No, they ain't gonna pull no punches.
They don't. They vicious with their mouth.
My grandmother would say it, and shit. But the way she said, she'll say it in a way where you gonna laugh because she'll say it in a joking manner where you gonna laugh, but she be dead serious. She be dead serious. Like it was something. My son, he got dreads, so he was sitting there. He had just got his dreads retwisted, and we was at a family little gathering or whatever. We was sitting in the house playing cards and stuff. So my son was like, "Yeah, I'm thinking about getting the tips of my dreads dyed." My grandma was like, "Woo, boy, you about to be a clown out there." And I looked at her. I was like, "Grandma, what you talking about?" She was like, "Hey, all I know is people with different colors, they clowns. They got different colors in their hair, they clown." I said, "But you calling my son a clown?" She said, "I ain't calling him a clown, but he definitely gonna look like one." Man, I died laughing. I was sitting there. I said, your grandmother's basically telling you don't get your head dyed. That's basically what she's telling you. Don't get your head dyed. She was like, I ain't saying he look like I ain't saying he a clown, but he gonna look like one. But my grandmother, like I grew up like BBO was saying, he didn't grow up with gun violence. Unfortunately, I was coming up around the time when DC was the murder capital.
Yeah.
And we held that title for, I believe, like 5 years straight. And
correction, D3, 7. Y'all held it for 7.
Okay, 7.
Yep.
Yeah. So there was a time where you can go outside. You can go outside and play. But once those street lights came on, my mother was like, "You can play, you can hang out until about 9 o'clock. But when those street lights come on, you better be in front of this house. You better be in front of this house." And I never understood why she said it when I was a kid. I was just thinking like my mother was telling me I got to be in front of the house. I can't be down the street and stuff like that. It wasn't until I got older and I learned about the street violence that was going on. They said that so they can keep an eye on you, because when we was kids, when we was playing outside and it got late and the street lights came on, there was always, and I never paid attention until I got older and I realized there was always somebody sitting in front of the window just watching us outside playing. Like my grandmother or my grandfather or one of my aunts and uncles will always be upstairs in the room. There was a chair that sat right in front of the window that looked right out front of our house. Somebody will always be sitting in that chair just watching us outside playing when it got late. And they wanted to make sure that we was outside so they could keep an eye on us. So they would literally be sitting in that chair watching us while we was playing until it was time for us to go in the house. So it wasn't that they was having strict rules. It was because of so much of the gun violence that was going on when I was coming up they wanted to keep an eye on their babies. They had to make sure that their baby was out front of the house. So I know where my babies are at all the time. Remember that commercial used to come on? It's 5 o'clock in the morning. Do you know where your kids are?
Yeah.
It used to be a commercial that came on back in the day, and it was like, oh, it's 9 o'clock. Do you know where your kids are? They used to run that commercial every night around the same time. It was, I think it was like 9 or 10 o'clock. They were running. It was like, it's 9 o'clock. Do you know where your kids are?
Yeah. And they was running it all everywhere. And to add on, like D Free said, when he was coming up, Washington, D.C. was the murder capital. Camden, New Jersey was real vicious then, and Texas at the time. But D.C. had ran that shit for 7 years. And when I was dancing, that's when D.C. was in the prime of being the murder capital. So I seen some stuff, man. And when we had to go to D.C., man, I can't say we, because I think the group, everybody felt the same way. I'm just going to speak for myself individually. I felt like the damn president, because they had so many people. We was like, we don't need all these. The group is not big like that, you know? But we was in D.C. and we was going to the fairgrounds to perform. And D.C. was buck wild back then. So they was like, no, all the groups gotta have all this extra security. And they gave every group at least like 15 men apiece, along with the security that we had, because it was that freaking buck wild, bro. And yeah, something jumped off at the joint, but it was before the actual concert started. But some shit did jump off with some cats out there. It went on for a few minutes or whatever. I can't remember the name of the promoter, but whoever he was, he had some clout, and he got things calmed down. And then we did the concert. The concert was dope and everything. And yeah, but DC was very, very, very rough, man. Very rough.
Hey, let me ask y'all a dumb question. Let me ask y'all a dumb question. If you miss on a parlay, can you still win money or no?
No. No, you can't win on that parlay. You got you have to do another whole parlay.
Yeah.
Because in order for you to win, you got to get everything correct.
Oh dang.
Yeah. What you miss on BBO?
On the UFC, I thought the dude was gonna win. He lost, but I had Oregon beating Ohio State, and then I had Boise State beating Hawaii. I thought that was the easy money, man. But I guess this dude Toro, he got beat up.
Yeah, like UFC is so hard. Like usually, like T and them, they be doing the UFC parlays and stuff like that. I try to stay away from UFC because it's so many ways that those guys can win the match, that you can have the more talented fighter, but if he get caught in a hole, you like, man, come on, break out of the hole, because it just you gotta almost know without a shadow of a doubt that this dude is gonna win, because it's so hard to pick the right fighter. Like when you get to the top level, you can pretty much see who's gonna win and say, okay, I think this dude is gonna win, and you usually right probably 60% of the time. You usually right, but at the lower level, that joint is like a coin toss. You might think the dude gonna win, but you're looking at the dude.
Your mic is going in and out.
Oh yeah.
Oh, but yeah, I was close. I know football crush, but man, I shouldn't have messed with that UFC, bro.
Hey, I don't mess with it.
Because I knew Oregon was gonna beat Ohio State. Because I mean, they go on across the country to play.
Right.
Yeah. A lot of times
that's way
those
better.
teams going. Yeah, a lot of times those teams going across the country it usually doesn't pan out well for them unless you got a powerhouse and they used to traveling. When they used to traveling, it usually does. Got Chicago Bears going up to London to face against the Jaguars, and a lot of people are like, oh yeah, Chicago gonna win this one. Nah, not necessarily. Jaguars are used to playing in London. They've been playing in London ever since we started playing over there in London. Every single year, the Jaguars got at least one game in London. Every single year, they got at least one game in London. So they used to it. Chicago, not so much. And then you got a rookie quarterback who's never been over there. I wouldn't be betting on Chicago. It might be an easy win with the Jags for that game right there.
That was a sweet little parlay too, man. I should have stuck to football. I know football.
Hey, like I was telling you, BBO, I'm gonna find out if my theory is right. I'm gonna find out tomorrow. If y'all beat the Eagles, dog, my theory is 100% on point. Because, like I was saying, since we had this 4-game winning streak, every single team that we have beaten, the following game, they have had the best game of their season. The following game, every single team that we beaten, we beat the Giants. They came back and they beat the Panthers the very next game. Had the best game of their season. We beat the Bengals. They came back and won their first win of the season the following week. We beat Arizona. They came and beat the 49ers in San Francisco, something that they haven't done in a couple of years now. And then we just beat the Browns. If y'all beat the Eagles, my theory right, dog. Everybody we beat so far has had the best game the following week.
Yeah, because I know they on Deshaun Watson pretty hard. He got to perform this week. They're not playing around with it.
Well, word on the street here.
Are y'all gonna have Nick Chubb back Sunday?
No, he's out.
Oh, he out for the whole season, or he out until later season?
No, he's back the next game.
Okay,
because I know they was thinking about bringing him back last week against us, but they're gonna hold him out and wait one more week. So
yeah,
I thought he might come out.
He had some stiffness in that knee, so they didn't bring him out, which was smart.
Yeah,
which is smart. I mean, I don't know, the knee been fixed 2 times, so they got to be very careful with it. I mean, but he's squatting he's squatting 500 pounds and all that, so I don't know.
I see I don't think Nick Chubb is gonna be himself until probably about the third game. About the third game, Nick Chubb's gonna be in full form, because the first game he's gonna be a little hesitant. They're not gonna run him as much. The second game they're gonna put a little more plays on him, and he's gonna be a little more confident in his knee. By that third game, he's gonna be like, okay, I done took some hits, I done did that, yeah, I'm good to go. By that third game, he's gonna be in full form.
Yeah, and this is the dude who they say got a man who passed away, his ACL in his leg. So, I mean, Nick Chubb is a physical freak to say the least, man.
Yeah.
Yeah, he is.
I don't know.
He's a hell of a linebacker.
Not this year, but I'll say not last year, but the year before, he was the best running back in the league, man, by far.
Yeah, he was on pace. He was on pace to have the Russian title until he got injured.
Yeah, he was hot that year too. He was hot.
And then last year that man played 2 games and he was out for the season. I was like, man, are you fucking serious? And I had him on my squad, and it was the second game of the season. He got injured. I was like, God damn.
We got the draft tomorrow too.
You said we got the what tomorrow?
NBA fantasy draft tomorrow, D3.
Yeah, we got the draft in the morning tomorrow morning.
10:30.
It's gonna be going on. Yeah, it's gonna be going on right when the Jags playing against Chicago. Because T wanted to do it at 12 o'clock. I was like, dog, you can't do it at 12 o'clock. we got the game of the week on at 1 o'clock.
Right.
Everybody's going to be watching Washington versus Baltimore. Everybody's going to be watching that. Everybody that can see it. Everybody that can see it, they're going to be watching that. They wanted to change that joint to a primetime game, but CBS wouldn't let them change it. They were like, hell no. We want all this daggone publicity.
Yeah,
because when they made the schedule, when they made the schedule, they didn't think that was going to be a marquee game. They just thought it was going to be Washington versus Baltimore, and Baltimore was going to do what they normally do. They didn't know that Jaden Daniels was going to have Washington on fire.
Yeah.
Just him. That's
shout out to your Commanders, man.
Having a quarterback is so important.
Right there. They looking good. Shout out to them.
Yeah,
you said you was what, BBO?
I said people don't understand. Having a quarterback is so important, man.
Hell yeah.
Like if you don't got a quarterback, you ain't got nothing, man.
No, a quarterback, especially when you have a good quarterback. You can have a quarterback and you need some pieces around him. But when you got a good quarterback, you don't really need that many pieces around him. They can change the whole outlook of a team. Because like I was saying about Jaden Daniels, this is proven how good of a quarterback Jaden Daniels is. Because if you look at it on paper, we don't have the best receiving core. We got Terry McLaurin and then everybody else. So you look at everybody else, you be like, okay, we got a game plan for Terry McLaurin. But then we end up getting Jaden Daniels, and Jaden Daniels been doing what he's doing. They were like, oh, not only you do got to watch Terry McLaurin, but you got to watch these other guys too, because Jaden Daniels is beating us with these other players. He makes these other wide receivers look like good wide receivers. I'm not saying that they bad wide receivers or anything like that, but he's making them look better than what they normally would be.
Making them look above average.
Yeah, he's making them look better than what they normally would be, because some of those receivers that we got, they was there last year. Some of them was there last year. So they wasn't doing what they doing with Jaden Daniels. They wasn't doing that last year. Right. We wasn't getting the same results from them that we getting with Jaden Daniels. Some of them, and some of them are rookies. Some of them never been with our team before, and some of them are rookies. Right. And he just making these guys look good. So, but yeah, when you got a quarterback, you got a good quarterback, everybody plays better, because now they go, okay, well, we know as long as he's out there, we have a chance to win. So the defense is going to play better. The offensive line is going to block better. The running back is going to run the ball better, because they know that as long as this quarterback is on the field, we have a chance to win. So it makes everybody plays better when you have a good quarterback. When you got a quarterback, and I ain't saying it the crack on Deshaun, but the way Deshaun Watson looked last week, no, Amari Cooper was like, man, really? This is what I got to deal with, dog. I'm open and you're not even getting the ball to me. Right. You're not even, the ball is landing 4 yards in front of me, and I'm wide open. Mm-hmm. And that just takes all of the air out of everybody, especially when you start driving and then your quarterback do something stupid. You like, oh fuck, we can't win, dog. Fuck it. We're not even going to try. We're not even going to try. It's not our game today, dog. It's not our game.
But I think Joe Flacco come in for that dude Richardson, and I mean the Colts look like a whole different team with Joe Flacco in there.
Yeah. And I told you
all that running for touchdowns. I don't know why we ain't keep him, man. I don't know why we ain't keep him.
But see, Joe Flacco is going to do the same thing he did with y'all. He's going to look good for a few games, and then the real Joe Flacco is going to come out. He's going to look good because a lot of teams are not used to seeing Joe Flacco, so they have to change their game plan, because they used to the starting quarterback. Now they got to change the game plan because they got another quarterback in, and he's more of a pocket quarterback. He's not the running quarterback like AR-15 is. He's not that running guy. He's going to sit in the pocket and he's going to look for the open targets. AR-15, if the targets ain't open, he's going to take off and run. So you got a game plan a little different. Same thing with Deshaun Watson. When Deshaun Watson was in there, you know if the target's not open, he's gonna take off and run. But when you have Flacco gonna sit in that pocket and wait for somebody to come open. He's gonna hold that ball and wait for somebody to come open, or he's gonna throw the ball away. So it's a little different. But once teams start realizing what Flacco is doing, the real Flacco gonna come out the same way it did last year with y'all. It came out. Right when y'all needed him the most, he showed the real Flacco. When y'all needed him the most.
He threw like 2 touchdowns and ran for 1. I was like, damn.
Yeah.
Because that dude Richardson, he can't stay healthy, man. They gonna have to get another quarterback in the draft. Man. He can't.
Yeah, they're gonna end up getting another quarterback.
Yeah, he stay hurt, man. And Anthony Richardson.
I think that's gonna be. I think that's going to be the same problem with Alabama's quarterback that they got now, Miro.
Mm-hmm.
I think he's going to have that. He's that same type of quarterback. He runs a lot. He can throw the ball, but he doesn't throw the ball that often. He runs a lot. Yeah. And when he gets to the pros,
that's going to be a problem.
All that running going to get him hurt.
Yeah. Yeah, you can't run in the pros, man. I seen that when y'all had RG3, man. You can't run in the pros, man.
You gotta. That's the same thing that used to happen to Lamar. They ran Lamar so much till when it got to the end of the season and they need him in the playoffs, he wasn't there because he was hurt.
Yeah,
they ran him so much till he ended up getting hurt. So you gotta pick and choose what time you need to run that quarterback. You gotta let your quarterback see. Okay. I'm looking for somebody open. I know I got a clock in my head. All right, it's not open. Bet I'm gonna take off and run, or I'm gonna get rid of this ball. But you can pick plays here and there, but you don't want to run your quarterback every single daggone every other play. And your quarterback is not meant to get hit. Yeah, they might be big, they might be durable, but at some point they're gonna get injured. The same way all of the other players get injured from getting hit so much. Your wide receivers end up getting injured because they got hit so many times throughout the season. Same thing with your running back, your linebackers, your corners, your safeties. All of them end up getting injured at some point because they're taking too much contact. So when you got a quarterback, somebody that you need to be there every single game, he keeps taking the hits. Eventually, he's going to get injured. Your body going to only take so much.
Yeah, that no matter how I go, man, I tell you what, man, this not having a quarterback and we paid all that money, it sucks, bro. It sucks, bro.
Yeah.
Like
if you look at it, all of these running quarterbacks, I mean these guys that they draw up plays for them to run on a constant basis. At some point throughout the season, they all end up getting hurt. All of them. I don't care who they are. Jalen Hurts, Lamar Jackson, Josh Allen, Dak Prescott, all of those guys, when they was drawing up plays for them to run a lot, at some point they end up getting hurt because they're not meant to be running backs. They're meant to be quarterbacks. And it's not a bad thing for them. It's just that's what happens when you play in a league where you constantly taking hits. At some point, you're going to get injured.
Yeah, that's a fact.
You're going to get injured. It's only a few guys that can go a whole season without getting injured, and usually they don't take a lot of contact. That's the reason why Darrell Green never really had no major injuries, because quarterbacks wasn't throwing the ball to his side of the field, so he wasn't taking a lot of contact because they wasn't throwing the ball to his side because he was so good. So they were like, he didn't have to worry about getting injured. He wasn't taking a lot of contact. The only time he would have contact is when they ran the ball to his side. But as far as throwing the ball to his side, nah, they wasn't doing that. I saw a daggone quarterback get benched for throwing the ball to his side of the field. Coach said, do not throw the Darrell Green side. That nigga, very first play, he threw the Darrell Green side. He benched his ass. He said, didn't I tell you not to throw it to him? And Darrell Green picked it off and ran it back for a touchdown. He picked it off and ran it back for a touchdown. I forgot what game it was, but it was the very first play of the game. The quarterback threw it right to Darrell Green's side of the field, and Darrell Green picked it off and ran it back for a touchdown. That quarterback was on the bench the very next drive.
Hey, that's funny, man. He said he's on the bench the very next drive. One thing I tell you, if the coach tell you to do something, man, he's not playing.
Yeah.
I know these cats be thinking they're gonna tell the coach what to do. It don't work like that. It don't work like that. You find out real quick. You're not that guy, man. But on that note, man, I ain't gonna lie, man. We've been on here. We did our 5 hours early, man. So y'all ain't gotta worry about BVO being sleep on the live. We did it early. So we won't have no number one tonight. I'm gonna be sleep as I do anyway. So
all right, I catch y'all.
We might come back tomorrow morning and have a morning after, because I don't know if y'all heard, but Bivol been saying some wild stuff. We'll get into all that. But it's your boy BVO. It's your boy BVO Boxing. It's my guy, the master debater, Puerto Rican Free, and we got the Grumpy OG, man, aka Crush the Legend, man. Best morning show out, and we gone, y'all. Peace.
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 We really boxing. Who wanted the baddest? Let's see. Oh, we boxing? Yeah, we boxing. I need that belt like it ain't no other option. So we punching and weaving and blocking. Defeat ain't an option. Let them know. Shoot a video, put it on BVO. Let them know. Every time I punch, it's a heavy blow. BVO, bound to hit like bricks cause it was set in stone. Let them know. I ain't getting body, but I'ma hit this flow. Yeah, way more than a show. This is BVO.